Bada, bada boom, sold.
Huh?
Just sold my car on Carvana. Dropping it off and getting paid today.
Already?
What, you still haven't sold yours? You told me about it months ago.
Is
the offer good?
Oh, the offer's great.
Don't have another car yet?
I could trade it in for this car I love.
Come on, what are we waiting for?
You're right.
Let's go.
Whether you're looking to sell your car right now or just whenever feels right, go to Carvana.com and sell your car the convenient way. Terms and conditions apply.
On Friday, November 15th, Netflix and Most Valuable Promotions bring you the highly anticipated heavyweight boxing mega event of the year. Jake El Gallo Paul will go toe-to-toe in the ring against Iron Mike Tyson, the baddest man on the planet. Don't miss this epic showdown live from AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Watch Paul versus Tyson, Friday, November 15th at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, live only on Netflix.
Being a marketer's no sweat. You just have to manage dozens of channels, launch hundreds of campaigns, score thousands of leads, and okay, fine, it's a lot of sweat. Unless you have HubSpot's AI-powered marketing tools to help you do all that and more. Get started at HubSpot.com/marketers.
This episode is brought to you by Amazon. The holidays are here, and you know what that means. It's time to get your friends and family the gifts they deserve. Take the stress out of shopping with Amazon's great deals and low prices on a huge range of items from toys to tech and much more. Whoever you're gifting for, Amazon has great prices on everything you need this holiday season. Shop Black Friday week starting November 21st.
This is the sound of your ride home with Dad after he caught you vaping. Awkward, isn't it? Most vapes contain seriously addictive levels of nicotine and disappointment. Know the real cost of vapes. Brought to you by the FDA.
This podcast contains mature content, explicit language, suggestive situations, and partial to full frontal nudity. Listener discretion is advised. Don't let your kids listen to this.
Do you like this movie and think it would be a good Cinephobe episode? Or do you just like this movie?
I just like this movie.
Okay.
Full disclosure, watching it midway through, I'm like, this isn't good Cinephobe material.
There's a lot of making fun of Amin possible.
What? Why?
With your online activities.
What?
I like that. What? That was a good what.
Yeah, that's ass on, by the way. Put him down for ass on candidate.
That kind of sounded like...
Damn! What?
This is serious, Jim Carrey, guys.
Is this his last... This is his last thing. I don't remember anything after this. Or was Yes Man after this?
No! What about the movie that you went and saw on Valentine's Day?
Sonic?
He's in Sonic.
He had retired from acting and then was like, I'm never doing it again. And they're like, here's $20 million to be the bad guy in Sonic. He's like, all right,
He's still going, but I feel like he stopped trying to do serious movies after this.
Oh.
I feel like he stopped trying.
Wow. Like, so this was the one.
Because it was The Majestic in 2001, and that was
bad.
I'm trying to win an Oscar.
Yeah, and it was bad.
It didn't work.
That was after or before Eternal Sunshine?
And then Eternal Sunshine was 2004, and that was his best dramatic role.
Yes, he's excellent in that.
Do you think that was better than Truman Show?
Oh, that's a good point.
I still think Truman Show is comedy.
Still kind of funny because he's doing the spaceman stuff.
It's more serious. It's not Ace Ventura.
What about Man on the Moon?
That's a good one.
I haven't seen it, honestly.
You haven't? Oh, it's excellent.
It's a Maze movie. You'd like it very much.
What does that mean?
Feels pejorative.
What does that mean?
No, it's not. It's not pejorative. Why are you guys on edge today? What's happening? Everyone's on edge.
I think it's just a buildup of 244 years of Cinephobe.
I wasn't on edge until you said it's a Maze movie. You'd like it.
Yeah, you'd like it.
I don't appreciate that.
You gotta admit, that sounds loaded coming from you.
Historically, you hate Maze movies and you shit on them.
Yeah.
No, I hate Maze Cinephobe movies.
Oh.
I don't hate Maze movies.
Gotcha.
I just hate the movies that we do here that you like.
Man on the Moon's a... Oh, boy. All right, we got to just get going.
Did that go in? I don't...
Oh, yeah.
We're just going to get going.
I was thirsty.
Now, you've seen how bad things can get and how quick they can get that way. Well, they can get a whole lot worse. So we're not going to fight anymore.
You think this dude's going to take Ed down?
MVP is going to blow Ed out of the water.
He's the most valuable primate.
You betray the law.
I'm sorry, misogynist. Men are hoes too.
You've said hoes 58 times in this episode, and I'm the misogynist?
You unbelievable, man.
Wait, you guys have notes about 9/11 for this movie?
How do you not?
Yap about this and yap about that and yap all night long. Fucking yap.
It was in my dream. That's not how I feel.
It is how you feel. It was in your dream.
Some of us like to be prepared.
How are you not taking accountability for your mind?
Because I know I'm lying. Like, I know for a fact I'm lying.
You sick little bitch.
It was awful. It was incredibly boring. It was long. It was stupid. It was horribly written. The acting was terrible. It was a huge piece of shit. You're a fraud. It's a phobe.
So everybody just be very respectful.
But he's dead now, right? So we can't make fun of him?
Is he dead? No, if he's dead, we can make fun of him. He's still sick, we can't.
Hold on.
If he's dead, we can make fun of him.
Yeah.
I don't think we can.
Whenever I hear numbers, my head converts them into chess moves or seats at the garden.
I don't know what happened to you, man. You used to be cool, and then you got blarted.
You tried to peg AIDS on me in the T-Rex episode?
That's my fault for not remembering what century I was in, bitch.
It's been a good run. Thanks for playing. See you at the eulogy.
You want the punani?
I don't require Ed to have a condom because I trust him.
Anthony, you're going to be busy today, huh?
Yeah, it's nothing new, Chef.
Hoes! I'm an alcohol segregationist.
That thing's going to move up like R. Kelly.
Salute to all the old ladies around the world. I love you.
You got horses. What you need a thoroughbred.
Sometimes my emotions are just roaring like a T-Rex.
That's a lot of pussy.
I'm not in here with you. You're in here with me.
Welcome to Cinephobe, the podcast. We break down the movies you're afraid to admit you love. I'm Zach Harper. That's Amin Elhassan. That's Anthony Mayes. What is that stank face that you got going?
Michelob Ultra Cucumber Lime.
Oh.
Thumbs down.
What the hell is that?
Why would you think that's going to be good?
You said you went downstairs to get some water.
Wow.
Well, they had one of these, and I said, why not?
Huh?
When in Rome.
And by one, you mean?
Just one. That was literally the last one they had.
Oh, okay. That's why.
That's true. If they had more, I would.
Make sure you listen to us on Spotify or I'm going to narrate you to death.
Oh, boy.
Spotify is where you can leave a comment, like on the volcano episode. Rec League MVP said, there needs to be a new award. Ruth of the Week. This week's winner is the racist cop. I could have just said the cop. Second place winner is the cop's partner because he says you're a good man when he lets the black guy leave. He absolutely is not a good man. I know Republicans listen to podcasts too, so supercharge that file.
I mean, he's not a good guy.
He wanted to arrest the dude in the middle of a crisis that's destroying the city.
They're trying to block lava from burning up LA. He's like, hold on, black guy.
You're under arrest.
Gotta arrest him.
Patrizio says, one of the funniest episodes I've heard in a while. This movie had all the makings. And Hawk said, so there's a third volcano movie from 1997 called Volcano Fire on the Mountain, starring Dan Cortez.
That's your boy, isn't it, Zach?
Dan Cortez and a volcano? Are you kidding me? That's the hot boyfriend from Seinfeld.
Yes, it is.
One of the captains forever for either the Bricklayers or the Violators. I can't remember which one. Rock and Jock.
Oh, for real?
It was Dan Cortez versus Bill Bellamy. Every goddamn year they were captains.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
I don't remember Rock and Jock that well.
You leave us a review. You leave a comment. Make sure you're checking out the CT5 episodes on the main feed. Leave us your CT5 suggestions and lists on social media or in the Discord. How do you get access to the Discord, you ask? I'm so glad you asked that. Mm-hmm. You subscribe to patreon.com/countthedings. You get access to ad-free episodes, the Discord, extended cold opens, rewatch it in live events, past, present, and future. You get episodes early a lot of the times, access and discounts on live show tickets, and all the extra content from across the entire Count the Dings network, not just Cinephobe. Maybe some Illuminati stuff. That's back. That's been back for a few years now. If you have a submission, submit it. Reminder needs to be 40% or lower on the Rotten Tomatoes audience or critic score. Recently, Amin had us get totally naked so we could be vengefully arrested with law-abiding citizen. That started our new and improved daisy chain. That is the deepest this daisy chain's ever been.
It's always the deepest?
Chain, chain, chain. Chain, chain, chain. Chain, chain, chain. Chain, chain, chain. Chain, chain, chain.
I use prison to keep us staying cheeked up with the French Foreign Legion in Lionheart.
Did you?
Sure did. Mays used Scotsman to link us to ope our way through surviving 24 hours with the pest. Amin used $50,000 to link us to letting the prisoners know that was ridiculous and way out of line with dirty work. I had to snort revenge to get coked up enough to rappel down Devil's Cauldron to find the bonsai plutonium tree that is Karate Kid 3. Mays used Vietnam vets to jungle cat toward a man roaring into the heavens with X-Men Origins Wolverine. Amin used Bourbon Street to hitchhike from CD Motel to CD Motel, looking to smash a major in an X-Major way with Jack Reacher and Never Go Back. I used fingerprints to have us box out Coca-Cola vending machines in the Roman Coliseum with Double Team. Mays used driving through a river to put the town on alert while avoiding sex with the mayor during Dante's Peak. Amin used 1997 volcano movies to help us throw a man 5 inches beyond flowing lava as we melted away with Volcano. I used the city of Los Angeles to throw the daisy chain through countless windows for the Glimmer Man. Mays used Endless Rain to pull out a Penthouse magazine to jack it as a suspect number 1 in everybody's death during Final Destination.
That's a long description.
And Amin is using numerology as the daisy chain to take us to the 2007 crime mystery thriller, The Number 23. IMDb, I guess, didn't get to this one in terms of expanding all these genres it could be in.
Oh.
That's it. Crime, mystery, thriller.
Psychological thriller.
Oh,
Psychological thriller is what I had too.
It's crime, it's mystery.
Yeah.
The Number 23 stars Jim Carrey, Virginia Madsen, and Logan Lerman. Jim is a repeat offender for the next Jim Carrey drop, but it is his first appearance in a movie on this show.
Yeah.
How about that?
He's a repeat offender. We hear him all the time. We hear him every week.
How many episodes, Zach?
8? I don't know, man.
He might be the number 1 repeat offender then.
Yeah.
If you're opening it up to that, he's killing it.
Welcome to the 80 Times Club. We had fun with Dick and Jane in 2005, this movie in 2007, and then Horton Hears a Who and Yes Man in 2008. You know Virginia from Candyman, The Haunting, and Sideways. Logan was in The Patriot, What Women Want, The Butterfly Effect, and Gamer.
He's Percy Jackson.
Oh,
He's in Perks of Being a Wallflower.
yeah, that's who he is. Yeah,
I don't know what that means.
Percy Jackson.
There's 3 movies.
I know I've seen the name. I just don't know what it is.
Lightning Thief.
That doesn't.
And the Olympians.
Say it all you want. That's not going to clear it up for me. He thieves lightning, or he's just fast at being a thief?
Oh, he thieves lightning.
All right.
We're takers, gents. That's what we do for a living. We take.
Danny Houston, repeat offender for X-Men Origins Wolverine.
I wish I knew how to quit you.
So is Lynn Collins,
Yeah.
who was Kayla Silverfox.
Oh, that's right.
The return of the X-Men Origins Wolverine duo.
They can only be in movies together if they want to be on Cinephobe. Rona Mitra from Hard Target 2. Michelle Arthur, repeat offender for Battleship. Academy Award winner Troy Kotzer from Coda.
That's right.
John Fink, repeat offender for Bad Company and Batman and Robin. Tara Karjian, repeat offender for Envy. Eddie Rouse, not Eddie House, Eddie Rouse, repeat offender for Observe and Report.
That's like if Scooby-Doo was trying to say Eddie House. Eddie Rouse?
And Bud Cort, repeat offender for Theodore Rex. That's all I got for the cast.
I wish I knew how to quit you.
There's also Mark Pellegrino from The Big Lebowski, and he was Jacob in Lost as Kyle Flinch. And then Corey Stoll shows up as a cop, Sergeant Burns. You know him from House of Cards, Ant-Man, Billions.
That's right, yeah. Bald guy.
Baldman.
Evil Tony Hale, right? Everything he plays, he's an evil guy, but he looks like Tony Hale.
Does he? Is Tony Hale bald?
Tony Hale?
Buster?
Buster is bald. Oh my God.
I mean, he's got a little bit of hair up there.
Balding.
No, he's got as much as this dude.
Who's this dude?
This dude's Tom Haberstroh. Shaven. Came home.
I thought Zach meant me for a second. Hey, fuck you. I got more hair than Tony Hill. Got mad defensive.
The Number 23 was directed by Joel Schumacher.
That racist.
Oh, wait, is he?
Harvey Dent in the first 2 Batman movies. Tim Burton was my man Lando Calrissian. Billy Ray
Cyrus. Billy D. Williams.
Billy D. Williams, right?
Now I'm just picturing Billy Ray Cyrus in blackface as Harvey Dent.
No, I'm picturing him.
I guess half blackface.
As fucking Lando Calrissian with a fucking perm and shit.
Joel directed The Lost Boys, St. Elmo's Fire, A Time to Kill, and a repeat offender for both Batman and Robin and Bad Company.
I wish I knew how to quit you.
This was his 23rd film.
Yep.
If you include 3 writing credits.
Oh, shit.
And he would direct 23 films before his death.
Number got him too.
This movie was written by Fernley Phillips.
Not a real name.
Fernley wrote this and something called You Want to Kill Him.
You Want Me to Kill Him.
Or You Want Me to Kill Him, yeah.
But it's with a U and a 2.
Yeah.
It's starring Bono.
Wow. Daisy chained. Now I know why Mays wanted to swap picks.
His wife, Alyssa Phillips, co-produced Moneyball. More on that in the trivia.
Oh.
Synopsis for the number 23.
Synopsis Lathan.
Walter Sparrow becomes obsessed with a novel that he believes was written about him as more and more similarities between himself and his literary alter ego seem to arise. Tagline, the truth will find you.
The truth?
I guess it did.
Yeah.
2 alternate taglines. First, it takes a hold of your mind. Then, it takes a hold of your life.
That's better tagline.
Buckle up for this one, because this is my favorite. A number is just a number. Or is it?
Ooh.
Mysterious. No? You're not impressed by that?
I like the second one.
Too long. It's 2 sentences.
Okay.
I got a sentence and a short question.
So that's a sentence also.
But it's a short question.
Still a sentence.
$30 million estimated budget.
Which one adds up to 23? That's the only thing that matters.
Oh, wait. Oh, hold on. Stop counting. Count them letters.
Gross 35.1 million US, 77.6 million worldwide. It's a hit, boys.
I don't remember it being a hit, but sure.
I don't remember them advertising a whole lot.
I remember it being advertised.
Before we jump to this movie and you listen to the rest of this podcast, the number 23 is a rental because Amin picked it.
Look, describe at the end of last episode why I decided to go with a rental on this one, despite it being several rentals in a row from all of us, even though I hadn't picked a rental in quite a while.
I don't know if that's true.
That is true. Look it up.
$3.99 adds up to 21.
Blackjack.
It was $5.99.
Mine was $3.99.
Amin paid $2 extra so that it could fucking numerology.
He donated $2 to Amazon.
The upgrade option.
The number 23 receives 7%. 7.
That's fucking nuts, dude.
On 190 reviews.
Staggering.
From the critics on Rotten Tomatoes, 56% from the audience on over 250,000 ratings. Amin, would you like the positive or the negative reviews?
Apparently, I'm a glass 7% full kind of guy because I want the positives.
Hey, John, that's weird. That glass looks half full to me.
Wow. Now that you mention it, it is half full.
Bob Grimm of Reno News and Review.
No, he's a real ray of sunshine.
Good God. I actually like this screwball of a mystery thriller.
He's disappointed in himself.
Bob Grimm, is he the brother of the Thing? Ben Grimm? Heavy?
Good God. I actually like this screwball. That's more Stallone than Thing.
No, that works. You had it. I don't know why you stopped.
All I heard was Stallone. Scott Nash of 3 Movie Buffs. More entertaining than most of the movies nominated for an Oscar this year.
Ooh, who was nominated for an Oscar?
Oh, come on.
Eric Lurio of Greenwich Village Gazette. I don't care what anybody else says. The acting was good and the script was compelling.
What?
So there.
Compelling.
A little typo there for Eric Lurio. I just copy and pasted, so that's not on me. Philip French of Observer.
Oh, did a voice.
Which one?
French.
I enjoyed it a lot. I haven't heard of anyone else who has.
Kiss my balls.
Kiss my balls. Mike LaSalle of San Francisco Chronicle.
No.
That's where he writes.
Mick.
Oh.
It's Mick LaSalle.
Oh.
That was harsh.
That was so hard, CK. Oh, my God.
I wasn't even correcting Zach on the name. I was
No.
just yelling out a slur.
Carey owns this movie. He's in virtually every scene, and there's no taking one's eyes off from Gary Goldstein of Real.com. Jim Carrey makes for an unlikely but completely effective lead choice. He brings a nice touch of comic irony to his otherwise serious role, impressively handling a wide range of emotions as an ordinary Joe caught in an extraordinary web.
I don't know about comic irony, but he was good.
I wouldn't call it. There's some moments where it's not impressive. Ordinary Joe. It's downright funny.
User Sean I, 5 out of 5.
Sean I.
Numbers rule your life. And then blank user 5 out of 5. Very complex psychological thriller revealing the unconscious drive to create meaning of the external world. When I was younger, I believed in the symbolism behind everything, and I would have fixated on the number 23 or other numbers, parentheses 1111, as the protagonist in this film. Now that I'm older, I understand how my mind works and can see more objectively. Great film.
Also, you don't get any pussy anymore.
Oh, negative reviews.
Stop being a pessimist. This tank is not half full. It's half empty.
Peg Alloy of Boston Phoenix.
Excuse me?
Say that again, please.
Peg Alloy.
Okay.
A-L-O-I.
Alloy there.
There's something to this 23 stuff, and a film about apophenia, obsession with random connections, would be fascinating. But no.
What drove them away? They seem like they're ready for it.
Tom Charity of CNN.com.
Do it for charity.
Giving this review away. Huh?
Tax deductible.
For all its gimmicky numerology, the number 23 just doesn't add up.
Ha!
Christopher Smith of Bangor Daily News.
Bangor, Maine.
More like the number 2.
Oh, he called it shit.
Yeah. Poop. Cheryl Dawson and Lee Ann Pallone of themoviechicks.com. Everything in the film may add up to 23, but no matter how you do the math, it doesn't add up to a good movie. There's a lot of those. Kamal, the diva Larsuel of Three Black Chicks Review.
Yeah, the diva.
My biggest complaint was how this story just completely fell apart in about 40 minutes. I wanted to feel sorry for Walter. All I could do is shake my head and laugh.
40 minutes, huh?
Nell Minnow of Movie Mom. There are 23 things wrong with this movie, or maybe there are 24 or 165. To be honest, I lost count. Cuck O'Leary of FullViewDriveIn.com.
He didn't love this movie.
Maybe it's too on the nose, on his nose. Laughable. We can only hope a sequel called The Number 46 doesn't get made. And then your boy, Brian Orndorff of OhMyNews.com.
OhIHateEverything.com.
Is that a new one for him? Oh My News?
I don't remember OhMyNews.com. It's a constipated thriller, a delusional pinch of misdirection screenwriting runaround that should have been a bottle rocket to the brain, but instead suffocates in style and a lack of imagination.
But ohmynews.com, that's really going to take off.
We'll get Amin's first note, May's first note, and my first note after these messages, unless you are a Patreon subscriber, patreon.com/countthedings, in which you get an ad-free episode, and you probably got it days ago. Well, not days ago from when you're listening to this, you got it when you got it, but days ago compared to the other people who do not get early episodes because they're not subscribers to patreon.com/countthedings.
They get it days later.
Hey, listener, guess what? You can spark something uncommon this holiday with just the right gift from our friends at Uncommon Goods. The busy holiday season is here, and Uncommon Goods makes it less stressful with incredible hand-picked gifts for everyone on your list. Yep, mom, dad, sister, brother, anybody. Weird uncle, doesn't matter. All in one spot, gifts that spark joy, wonder, delight, and that's exactly what I wanted feeling. They scour the globe for original, handmade, absolutely remarkable things. Somehow, they know exactly the perfect gift for every single person you know. How crazy is that? Like a big jolly guy that just knows what to do. Here are a few of my favorite gifts that I found on their site. You know, I had to get me a California spoon rest. You can do like embroidered stuff. Going to do that for my parents or for their dogs, you know, some pet embroidered sweatshirts and t-shirts and stuff. And the piece de resistance for all of our fans who also love football, that football bingo set of 2 that we can all enjoy every Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Thursday, whenever they got football games for you. When you shop at Uncommon Goods, you're supporting artists and small independent businesses. Many of their handcrafted products are made in small batches, so shop now before they sell out this holiday season. And with every purchase you make at Uncommon Goods, they give back $1 to a nonprofit partner of your choice. They've donated more than $3 million to date. Let's get that number up by buying from Uncommon Goods. How do you do that, you ask? I'm so glad you posited that query. To get 15% off your next gift, go to uncommongoods.com/dings. That's uncommongoods.com/dings, DINGS, for 15% off. Don't miss out on this limited time offer. Uncommon Goods, we're all out of the ordinary. Hey, listener, can you name every single subscription you have? There's that one. Sure. Uh-huh. You probably have that too. I think I have that one. Here's the thing. I know I can't name all of mine. I know because I just went through it not that long ago, trying to figure out some tax stuff. Oh my goodness. I had 2 Hulu accounts at one point. I had 2 Paramount Plus accounts at one point. How does that even happen? We're not alone. Don't worry. I learned recently that over 74% of people have subscriptions they've forgotten about. With Rocket Money, I don't have to remember every subscription or worry about forgetting any because I can see them all laid out right in front of me. Most Americans think they spend about $62 per month on subscriptions. That real number is closer to $300. That's a massive difference. Almost 5 times what you thought you were spending. That's crazy. Even if just a couple of subs fall off your radar, those recurring payments, you don't even know. They can really add up. I had a Skype subscription. We haven't used Skype in a year, maybe more on Cinephobe. It's crazy. Managing finances can feel complicated and time-consuming, right? But it doesn't have to be. Rocket Money simplifies everything, making it so easy to see exactly what's happening with your finances, track your spending, and give you full control of it all right from your phone. Rocket Money is a personal finance app that helps find and cancel your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps lower your bills so you can grow your savings. In this economy, it's got to happen. Rocket Money has over 5 million users and has saved a total of $500 million in canceled subscriptions, saving members up to $740 a year when using all the app's premium features. That's a lot of money you could be saving. Stop wasting money on things you don't use. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions by going to rocketmoney.com/dings. That's rocketmoney.com/dings, D-I-N-G-S, rocketmoney.com/dings.
Hello, listener. It is your favorite Butcher Turn podcast producer Mays here to talk to you about ButcherBox. One of the biggest holidays on the Butcher calendar is Thanksgiving. I can tell you from the front lines of slinging turkeys that it gets hectic at the grocery store during Thanksgiving. And that's why your search for the perfect Thanksgiving entree ends with ButcherBox. Take the stress out of holiday meal prep with your choice of humanely raised whole turkey, turkey breast, or ham, free in your first order, plus get $20 off when you go to butcherbox.com/dings and enter code DINGS at checkout. Sign up today and get ready for your easiest Thanksgiving yet, delivered right to your door. Order by November 19th to guarantee delivery by Thanksgiving. Spend less time at the grocery store and more time enjoying the holidays with your family. Go to butcherbox.com/dings and enter code DINGS, D-I-N-G-S at checkout to get this offer plus $20 off your first box.
Hey, it's Kaylee Cuoco for Priceline. Ready to go to your happy place for a happy price? Well, why didn't you say so? Just download the Priceline app right now and save up to 60% on hotels. So whether it's Cousin Kevin's Kazoo Concert in Kansas City, go Kevin, or Becky's Bachelorette Bash in Bermuda, you never have to miss a trip ever again. So download the Priceline app today. Your savings are waiting. Go to your happy place for a happy price with Priceline's Black Friday sale. Save now and travel later with our best deals of the year.
Go to your happy price, Priceline.
Amin, what is your first note?
Nick Cage would lose
3, 2, 1.
Nick Cage would lose consciousness, busting a nut to all these numerology happening in the opening credits.
Oh, Maze, what is your first note?
So I have two. One of them was the summary from Apple said a mild-mannered dog catcher. And I thought,
what?
Word safe repairman territory. What is a mild-mannered dog catcher doing? They should have said animal control person. I don't know why they didn't. But my other first note is, do you guys have a favorite number?
I have a favorite number? I mean, I like 3.
Did you always have the same number when you played sports?
When I played basketball, it was either 5 or 11.
My favorite number was 11, but Amin has ruined that for me by now.
Oh, ruined it for sure.
How did I ruin 11?
We'll get to it.
It's in there.
It's coming up.
I mean, what's your favorite number other than 1111 when you're trying to trap somebody?
My favorite number growing up was 7, and then it became 12.
Why 12?
My birthday.
Big Police fan? Isn't that 12?
Yes, yes.
Learned that from John Morant.
White man.
I've seen The Wire.
Let's move on.
Okay. My first note, is this going to be a fun movie for Cinephobe? I'm very confused as to why Amin picked this one.
It took me a while to realize this is not going to be fun for Cinephobe.
I don't remember this movie being ridiculous or funny. But I also didn't really remember the film noir aspect to it either.
Oh, yeah.
So then as that guy got, I was like, okay, maybe the film noir
It was definitely something where I thought to myself, this was one of the original, oh man, I can't wait to do a podcast about why movies are rated poorly.
Uh-huh.
And it's proved to everybody that this movie is actually really good.
You've talked about this movie for a long time.
Did he? I don't remember that at all.
This was years and years ago.
Okay.
Back before I understood what we were doing here.
Do you understand what we're doing here?
I don't. I got to be honest. I just know I pick things I like now and you guys hate it.
Not Amin.
Amin's been on a hot streak for me for a couple of months now.
You've been picking good movies.
Thank you. I'm picking movies for the show. Our opening credits are one big, they typed it.
Yeah, that's a Horseman.
Typewriter.
They said it. They typed it.
Cast on the paper, number 23.
A lot of things add up to 23 or happened on 23. Hitler, Caesar, Charles Manson, Knights Templar, Psalm 23.
One point I just said, I'm not writing all these down. It was after Caesar stabbed 23 times, question mark.
I'm not writing all these down. I'm not fact checking any of this shit.
Any of them. And then I wondered, is this movie just the movie knowing?
But they all add up to 23, and at no point did they have to Google why or what happened on that day.
I'm pretty sure this is pre-computers in this movie timeline because they don't use technology at all. They use an emergency call box.
Yeah, he did. That's right. And he called 911. Yeah.
That is borderline 19 CB.
I do wonder when Fernley Phillips wrote this movie and when they said it.
We zoom out to a bloody page with 23 on it. We span down to Anytown, USA.
Yes, sir.
February 3rd. 23? Jim Carrey. It's Animal Control. He's sitting in his work truck journaling and narrating.
It's Zach preparing for a CT5.
It is.
It's analog notes.
A week ago, the only thing that was out of the ordinary was that it was my birthday.
Nice voiceover exposition.
Sees a woman walking a dog. He meows at the dog. Dog barks. Woman freaks out. It's her problem.
Do you guys ever do that?
Meow at a dog?
Or bark at like animals? Just to see how they react?
No, I'm not a bingo.
Mace.
No.
No.
I have pets
Yeah.
that I engage with, and I don't do the wrong noise at them.
I do that shit all the time.
That tracks. You didn't have to tell us.
Yeah. Clearly it's working for you.
I already knew that about you.
See it though? Yeah.
He apologizes, just says he's bored. It's quitting time, and maybe he's got to go pick up a bingo child he's got pics of in his truck. He gets radioed. Not that radio.
Yep.
Of course. Things didn't really start here. And we rewind to Christmas, Maze. You know what to do. Rick and Morty.
Rick and Morty, it's been a while.
Yeah.
It's been a while. I'm not a huge fan, personally, of the whole 3 weeks earlier teaser thing. I feel like, we should start our stories where they begin, not start them where they get interested. Get out.
Crazy idea. We needed this opening scene of him meowing at a dog. That's what we needed.
Well, now we know he's animal control, but he's animal control with a heart.
Great.
But also we know why he's got to do this call with 1 minute to go to quitting time.
Because he asked his kid why he's acting so weird. Some jokes about holding drugs and cigarettes for a friend.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
His wife is sick or drunk. I can't tell. She's got a red nose. She's telling him to go to the party anyway, and she's got a dog cake for him.
Hideous dog cake.
It's ugly as fuck.
It's lumpy, too.
This is what she does for a living?
She has a business doing this?
Same note, too.
This is clear that we are well before the is it cake phenomenon.
Oh, big time. Yes.
This looks nothing like a dog. You're not fooling anybody with this.
To be fair, this doesn't look like a cake either. This looks like somebody's shat.
He'd like 2 words on his tombstone. What if? What if he had said, screw the cake?
Deep.
He's at the party. The lady from the radio pulls mistletoe out of her cleavage and asks if he's single tonight. That's aggressive.
She lunges on him.
Sybil is horny.
Why don't you wag your tail at me in the bitches' room?
Sybil. What if I had been a bit more... Sybil, I wouldn't wag my tail in the bathroom with you if you were the last bitch on earth.
Back to the present, dispatch, unidentified scavenger sighting. It's 1 minute to 5. He's still on duty, but she's punishing him for not letting her sexually assault him.
Yeah.
Moral of the story. Just go ahead and fuck the broad. Makes your job a lot easier, bro.
Moral of the story?
It's the moral.
I don't think that's a moral.
If you had fucked her in the bathroom.
The word choice alone, moral, doesn't fit there.
Oral of the story.
He's married.
This is just like Michael Douglas in fucking Disclosure. If he just fucks to me more, everyone's life is happy. But no.
No, I think they were always setting him up.
No.
No, don't me. They don't.
Incredible revisionist history here by Amin on Disclosure.
And a great comeback. Nope.
This is not revisionist history.
It is revisionist history.
It's the same thing I said during the Disclosure episode. I said, if you had just gone ahead and fucked her.
It was wrong then, it's wrong now.
No.
It's been wrong for 150 years.
Yep.
She agrees. They're still on duty. I said, oh God, careful, Amin. There's a shop owner speaking to him in another language as he has his capturing lasso.
Come on.
I just said careful.
Yeah, the technical term for that, Zach, is animal control pull.
That's all that is?
Uh-huh.
Oh, shit. All right. He says, sounds delicious. Can I get it to go?
Banter.
Oh. He's in the back of the restaurant now. Outside, there's a big noodle there growling at him. Jim starts telling a story to the dog.
This story is very Ope-worthy. Clip it, Maze.
Once upon a time, there was a dog who lived a life of terror. He feared no one. But although his teeth were sharp and his belly full, his heart was empty. He decided to go on a journey to a land far, far away. He came upon a wooden shack one day with a thin old man inside, and he invited him in. The dog was overjoyed, and that night, warm smoke billowed from the chimney above. But oh, what odd-smelling smoke this was. You see, the land was China, China? They dog.
Film noir.
He catches the dog with the animal control pole. Tag on the collar says Ned. As he's flipping to the other side of the tag, the dog bites his arm, gets loose, runs off, and his arm is bleeding, and he goes for the dart gun.
You see Agatha's cake shop. Clip Agatha all along.
Who's been messing up everything?
It's been Agatha all along.
Who's been pulling every evil string?
It's been Agatha all along.
She's insidious, so perfidious that you haven't even noticed, and the pity is it's too late to fix anything now that everything has gone wrong. Thanks to Agatha, naughty Agatha.
It's been Agatha all along. And I killed Sparky, too.
Dog runs into a cemetery. Carrie follows on foot. It stops at the grave of Laura Tollins, then vanishes.
So it's a ghost dog.
The dog is diesel as fuck.
Oh, yeah.
He's got pecs.
Ned is ass off.
Oh, front runner.
It's an excellent Ned.
Dog's gone. The wind blows, and I said, does this mean he's about to die?
No, that's the last movie, Zach.
Oh, that's the last one. Oh, got it.
We didn't hear this, so he's fine.
His wife is holding a cake. She sees a red book in the back of a bookstore. It's the number 23 book.
They wrote it.
This is the all-time, they said or they wrote it or they whatever it, right?
It's all over the place.
Nothing compares with this.
He sees it is kind of what it is.
He blames destiny. If he had been nicer to Sybil, she doesn't send him after the dog. Then he's not late. She doesn't find the book, but he was. And that's all it took.
Ned is cucko-leering from across the street.
Yeah.
Agatha kisses his bandage. Nasty evil dog. That's what Ned stands for.
See him again, it'll be Ned with 2 Ds.
Whoa.
Nasty evil dead dog.
God his ass.
Tough guy talk?
PGT, absolutely. From a mild-mannered dog catcher.
Tact? Tough animal control talk?
Ooh.
No? Okay.
She reminds him it's his birthday and that he doesn't have any friends.
Why would you have to do that?
Hello, exposition.
Why do we go see your friends on my birthday? Probably because you don't have any. Banter.
So I'm older. I'm disfigured. And I'm spending an evening in hell. She tells him read the book.
He'll wait for the movie. Banter.
Same note too, bro.
Well, we're watching it, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Number 23. Novel of Obsession by Topsy Kretz. A heart-wrenching odyssey into paranoia. One of the most horrifying metamorphoses ever told. Beware the dog next door. Get out of here. Are you kidding me?
She's buying it for him. Why? We'll never really understand.
He's an Aquarius, and experts say friends are vitally important. Same note too, bro. Same sign too.
Sign bros.
They get to the house of the general who tried to kill Wolverine.
Yes.
Weird long hug for Danny Houston and Virginia Madsen.
Is that her brother?
In a propes.
Maybe they're siblings.
They're fucking.
Yeah.
They're absolutely fucking.
They never really clear that up, by the way.
Oh, they clear it up.
Yeah, they do. Kiss her on both cheeks.
She apologized for being late. He says nothing a kiss won't cure. What?
2 kisses.
How's that arm, birthday boy? Waiting for it to fall off. Good thing it didn't bite you somewhere else. Banter.
Also, Cobra formula?
He just wanted to make a dick joke the whole time.
So Virginia Madsen and Danny Houston were married from 1989 to 1992.
Yes, they were.
Inappropriate.
And you know when they shot this movie, Zach?
1992.
No, 23 years after their marriage dissolved.
Shit.
Yeah, so I saw that in the trivia as well, Amin, but it was 1992, and then they shot this movie in 2006. So
it's 14 years.
It's 14.
Not even close.
It was in the trivia.
Citrus community.
14. The 1 and the 4 add up to 5. 2 plus 3 is 5.
There it is, 23.
Ah, damn it.
They're playing charades. His wife gets Lord of the Flies as some nerd is flapping her arms.
I like her, man.
What?
How into it she was. I got into it too. I was like, okay.
You got it. It's 3 seconds.
You guys like playing charades?
I do like playing charades, but with fun people.
There you go.
And not dumb people.
You don't think she's fun?
No.
She was doing her thing.
I think she's a librarian.
You like Pictionary?
Oh, I love Pictionary.
Go. Here we go. We're mind melting. We're mind melting. Draw faster. Doesn't have to be beautiful. Just has to be something we can get. Shoe. 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 Shoe is Joe Jack. Draw something different. Draw something different. No one's getting it. Was it a smaller shoe?
Baby shoe.
Smaller shoe.
Shoes.
Baby shoes. Baby shoes. Smaller shoe. Gum shoe. Smaller shoe.
Bigger shoe.
Running Olympics.
Inside the shoe.
Inside shoe. A bubble inflation lining a shoe. You gotta stop pointing at the shoe. No one's guessing shoe. Stop pointing at the shoe and draw something different. Draw something different. God damn it! No one's guessing shoe. You drew a big shoe, then a small shoe, and no one got it. You gotta draw something different. Everyone said shoe 7 times.
To sock, asshole.
All right, JC is creeping around the house, decides to pick up the red book. He narrates that the characters in the book are fictitious, and any resemblance should proceed no further.
Does a drop of blood hit the page?
Yeah.
Did his nose just bleed?
Is that from his arm?
Well, it must be.
So he's got the book, and then he's just got his arm over it, so it can drop blood on it? That doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't.
He's got the book, and he's getting ready maybe to turn the page. And while he's doing this, it drops blood from it.
Marcus Page.
Marcus Allen.
Marcus Smart.
Smart guy.
Guy Fieri.
Guy Pearce.
Thomas Jane.
Jane Seymour. Motorboat.
Seymour Butts.
Okay.
All right, cut to them getting home, and he wants a lot of birthday sex.
He doesn't just want it, he needs it.
Clip it, Maze. Birthday sex.
Birthday sex. It's the best feeling. Birthday sex. Birthday sex.
You know who else wants birthday sex? His son, who's trying to bang some girl he's seeing.
Yep.
Would your dad give you this leeway? Stalling?
Not at all.
But he's a good dad.
But when I was in high school, absolutely not.
Not you, Maze. Your dad buying you time?
Probably not. He's listening too. I doubt it. His kid is named Robin Sparrow.
Oh.
CT5 worst name.
I got a lot of repetitive notes about this kid. He says they should stay on the porch a while. They kiss. He gets the girl out of the back of the house. They walk in. Son gives him a shitty coffee mug as a gift. Did he make that thing? I hope not.
I'm guessing so. It looked like he made it himself. It's Father of the Year.
So I got mixed up here. I said, tells his son that the girl Robin is a nice girl. Make sure that she stays that way. I was off.
Did he just tell his son not to fuck that girl?
100%. He starts reading the red book again. It's just babbling about some book with a character named Fingerling, and that's what you can call him.
Okay. Another worse name.
Golden Dumpster.
Fingerling?
Chapter 1, you can call me Fingerling.
It's like Moby Dick Fingerling.
Oh, I thought the name of the chapter was You Can Call Me Fingerling.
Fingerling also came from a book within a book.
February 4th. 2-4. He's talking to an animal control behavior psychologist. She asks if it's his first bite. He says first animal bite. His wife has gnawing urges. He says he'd run the dog over if he came across it again. Then he says he's just joking. This is silly.
I'm joking.
I'm joking.
She says this is standard procedure. He made a mistake giving his arm to the dog on a platter. It's his fault. Then he makes a joke comparing the animal of a lower intelligence to letting his wife pick the color of the living room walls.
Misogyny.
Does he mouth an ope?
Does he?
He mouths ope. He absolutely does.
I don't know. Does it add up to 23?
She excuses him.
O is the N is 14. O is the 15th letter. P is the it's way more than 20.
What if you subtract one of the numbers from the
Oh, wait, hold on. Okay, go back. Okay. So O is the 15th letter. N is 14. N is 13. P is the 16th letter. 31 minus E is the 5th letter. That's 26. But there are 3 letters in OPE. So you take those 3 letters out. 26 minus 3 is 23. Ah.
She excuses him from the evaluation. He starts gassing up his wife.
He's supposed to go to counseling for 7 days because he got bit. He goes once.
Says you're good.
Gives him the day off.
This is Draymond Green.
He's done. That's it for her for the rest of the movie.
He learned nothing.
His wife painted the walls blood red. I wonder if that'll come back into play.
Now he's home reading chapter 2, babbling about his childhood in the book, always felt alone, didn't want to be like his dad, the accountant. He's reading a true crime detective magazine instead of studying.
So there's a photo of a house with what appear to be photocopied scribbles all around it.
Right.
And it says, imagine me as you. And then the camera zooms in on the house, but it's actually a school. And this is some mildly interesting filmmaking here as the camera keeps moving through this CGI Dust Bowl town and it never stops.
He was born in this town. The Storks brought him here. And I said, Storks, 20 CB?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
No one does that anymore, right? Storks are delivering babies and shit.
Nobody.
We just tell kids that we fuck.
I don't think we tell kids that we fuck, and that's how they get here.
Well, we don't tell them about storks anymore. That's for sure.
I didn't push back on that at all when you said that. I agreed with it. I yes-anded it, and then you took it to an uncomfortable level.
I'm problematic.
He's a problem.
It's Halloween. He's a cowboy. The friends disappear. His dad seems distant and sad. Numbers were his life. He was an accountant.
I didn't want to be anything like my dad, and I said, Poppy talk.
Oh, yeah.
Dad!
I forgot about that. Dad! The detective magazine is Homicidal Housewives, which turns into his mom cutting a cake. We're still zooming.
Mm-hmm.
Kid wants to be a detective. Dad doesn't like it. It fueled his hatred for the Widow Dobkins, who lived next door.
I don't know why, but the Widow Dobkins as a phrase really annoyed me.
It did, and it made me think this woman must be some old wretch or something.
Nope.
I don't think there's a single woman who would have the last name Dobkins.
But a man would?
Yes.
Misogyny.
Misogyny? No. Genuinely, I can't even spell misogyny.
Why is that misogyny?
Because only a man can be named Dobkins. A woman could never.
I don't think it sounds good for a woman.
Women can do anything, Zach. Sorry it doesn't fit into your little box of what should or shouldn't be appropriate, but I'm here to stand up for women.
To the respect, guys, women, to people respecting women.
Okay.
Her dog Alfie is the reason I became a detective. He was always in their yard, and his job was to catch him. This makes Carrie go, huh, catch a dog.
Just like me.
While being mild-mannered.
A dog catcher? What?
That's what I do.
His father said never cross the fence into their yard.
That was my father's rule.
And then he turned 8 and broke that rule.
Because the Widow Dobkins was a diddler.
Oh.
That's why they tell you don't go over there, right?
That's not why.
There's no other reason.
Camera zooms in the house, goes up the stairs, finds the widow dead in her bedroom in a polka dot dress with her wrist slit. Took an hour for the doctor to arrive in this Dust Bowl town.
Look, her wrist is slit.
Oh boy.
But her
Giant purples. Ha!
She's dead.
Well, you know what?
Beep, bop, boop.
You are dead.
He fantasizes about her being murdered, not suicide, and he never believed it was suicide.
By a man with a deranged mind. A mind such as our town had never seen before.
What, are they selling a fucking monorail? What the fuck are you talking about?
This is an 8-year-old writing like this?
Now he sees himself as Detective Fingerling. Started discussing the book with his wife. She read most of it. He's 2 chapters in. She liked Fingerling at first.
So she read more than him while she was waiting for him at the bookstore?
He was really late.
Okay.
LeBron would still be on page 1.
Absolutely.
He didn't get past Fingerling.
He doesn't even know who the Widow Dobkins is.
Fingerling reminds Sparrow of his life, his childhood, his memories.
She says they're nothing alike.
Even has a copy of the book, Fingerling at the Zoo.
This bingo then produces research that he did about his own childhood.
He did his own research. I thought we liked that.
But his own childhood? Motherfucker, you gotta go through crates and shit to read about what you were like as a kid, what you like, what you read.
He doesn't know it's him yet. Spoiler alert.
No, it's not about does he know whether it's him or not. Zach, if you read something and you're like, it kind of reminds me of my childhood. What was my childhood? Would you have to go to a box and go through your things to jog your memory?
No. I mean, he went to find the book.
He's showing her the evidence.
He remembered the book and then he went and found it.
Like, oh, I know that book. I'm going to go get that book.
He wasn't reminding himself of his own childhood.
He was pointing out to her there's similarities.
I mean, maybe he was, given what we know later on, but he remembered the book.
He's going through photo albums looking for similarities. The dog next door was Chief or Miss Chief instead of Alfie. He used to escape. That's why he became an ACO. I didn't like ACO as an acronym. I don't like that.
Call him a dog catcher.
The widow's like his mom, who died on his 8th birthday. Look, I've got goosebumps.
I thought he was going to show her some other shit. Look, and this scar, this bingo's like, my hair.
There is never an interesting moment when someone says, look, I have goosebumps. And you're like, oh, fuck, that changes everything.
Has he never read a book before? Is that the premise of this movie?
Yes.
Yeah, he just waits for the movie.
His wife says, hey, read a book. And he's so moved by it.
Well, he thought he was going to get birthday sex.
I'm having feelings. Goosebumps.
Like a 14-year-old. Like my son, Robin
Sparrow.
Kid wants to know if the book is about his dad, and he should have been a starring role. He shows a pic in the book of Fabrizia.
Now we're back in the book. Fabrizia walks up dramatically. It's Madsen in a black wig and a mini dress. I hate the color toning of this Fingerling story now.
Hey, man.
It's very saturated and blown out.
The Fingerling story, can we call this film noir?
Probably very neo-noir, yeah.
The voiceover, the detective, the dame, and all that shit.
Sure.
It's shot kind of like Sin City, but not like full bore.
Yeah, that's a good call.
God, I hate Sin City.
Fabricia is basically his wife with a black wig on.
Roleplay.
But somehow, she's a lot harder with the wig.
She looks great.
But they're having dramatic sex, and he's got tribal thorn tattoos.
Yes, he does. He's got tribal thorn tattoos all over his back.
He sure does, yeah.
Fingerling.
He looks great.
We keep getting these flash bulb freeze frames while they fuck. Style.
They fuck like they had a button next to the bed.
They sure did.
They had to push, and then all these light shows happen.
No, Zach. Take it easy.
Like D-Rod does.
This isn't the south of France.
Cut to reality at night. Keeps looking at the book. He sees a shadowy figure on the ceiling that's stabbing, and he lays back down.
Are cars constantly driving by their house, shining the headlight all night long?
It's the busiest street in any town, USA.
It's crazy.
Well, it connects with the freeway. A triple decker, even though it's a very small town.
No, you're thinking of Dante's Peak, Amin.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
February 5th, he should be working, but instead he's reading chapter 5 at a park during sunrise. I wonder what park that is, guys.
Meets the suicide blonde. He walks into an apartment as fingerling, and she's hanging by the throat. No, she's not hanging yet.
The suicide blonde could get it too. I was like, oh.
Misogyny.
What do you say like 7 minutes ago?
Mm-hmm.
Stand up for women or something like that?
Yeah.
I do. I stood up for a suicide blonde. Let me tell you that. I didn't want her to kill herself. I wanted her to live.
She's about to hang herself, but she's not. And she's apparently been about to hang herself with enough time for him to get called and show up.
For a while. Yes. She's threatening to do it. He says most people get the noose wrong.
Bunch of fucking amateurs.
Is he making her?
He sure is. And I started taking notes.
Is he flirting by saying he could shoot her between the eyes?
I'm a good shot. What can I say? I'm a hell of a shot.
He also announces, hey, it's my birthday.
He's obsessed with letting people know it's his birthday. She's out of the rope now. They're having coffee.
Suicide Blonde tells me she was a good person once. But now...
I'm a bad person. I don't want to make you bad.
You don't have that power.
Go see my ex-boyfriend. He'll show you.
We should have gotten out of there. Right at that moment. But then she said it.
It's this number. This fucking number. 23. It rules my world.
It's my father's fault.
Oh!
He said he'd found a way to beat the number.
Dad!
That he'd beat it. That I was safe. He said Daddy loves you. He's gonna do something to guarantee that you don't
inherit the curse.
He was wrong. His guarantee wasn't worth the blood it was written in. I guess Daddy didn't love me enough.
She is babbling.
She's ass on.
Apartment is covered in papers.
It's tearing papers off the wall. It's everywhere. Dates, times. It was in my name. In the words I spoke, nothing is safe.
She's about to get in some Terrence Howard math.
What's 1 times 1?
1 times 1 is 1.
To multiply means to do what? To make more, right?
Yes.
Increase in number?
Yes.
Multiply?
Yes.
How can 1 times 1 equaling 1 be part of the multiplication table? It fails to satisfy the term multiply. It doesn't multiply. Does it? What's an action times an action?
You got some weed.
No, I'm asking you. Honestly, I'm asking. Reason. Reason. I want you to reason.
I don't know.
What's an action times an action? A reaction. Right?
Okay.
Have you ever seen an action times an action without a reaction? Have you? No. Because equanimity is the currency of the universe. There's always an action times an action having a reaction. So how can 1 times 1 equal 1? How can A times B just be A and not B? What happened to conservation?
Terrence, these are late night conversations.
These are
they are.
This is the beginning of our understanding. It should fit. What kind of calculator you got? What kind of phone you got?
The iPhone.
Okay, go to your calculator. I want both of y'all to do 2 separate things. I want to do the same thing to start with. Turn it to the side.
Okay.
Hit the number 2.
Number 2.
Go to the square root. It is the second column from the left, 3rd row. It'll have that squiggly thing.
All right.
You
1.4.
1.414-213-563-373-095.
Holy
now,
crap.
I want you two to do two separate things now. Two separate things. I want you to multiply it by 2, hit times 2, and I want you to hit x to the third.
All right. 2.82.
2.828, 4271, 2174, 6190. The same value you got
Yeah.
by multiplying it by 2.
Yeah.
And he just cubed it. Divide it by 2 again. Both of y'all. Divide
it by 2.
No, divide by 2, hit equal. Now, cube it again. Hit x to the third.
Yeah.
You see that loop?
Yeah.
That's saying x cubed is equal to 2x, which is equal to x plus x. That's an unnatural equation. That's a mathematical fallacy. And that's the beginning of your math. That's how I invented tangential flight, because your math, someone programmed that lie in there and lied to you and everyone, and all your fundamentals are off.
She explains how the colors for red and
Plot liftoff.
wow.
This is plot liftoff?
No, it's not quite plot liftoff.
Okay.
But we pushed back from the gate.
Yeah, we're taxing.
She explains how the colors for red and white that make pink are 23. I don't care. Fingerling says, I'll be honest. I didn't get it.
It doesn't have to be red 27 and white 65.
Yes, it does, in order to be pink.
Oh.
I don't think it does. Any red plus any white.
Not the real pink.
No, any red plus any white, you get into fuchsia and other things. Yeah, the real pink is those mix.
I don't like you saying that.
With the real pink versus the real stink.
Oh.
If you miss those colors, any.
What's happening right? You don't have to.
What I'm trying to tell you is, yes, it's those exact colors to get the real pink. If you're off by just a couple of inches, you get in the real stink, not the real pink.
Why would it be inches? Never mind.
Well, because they're all
why would your dad?
All the
he didn't get it, so he just asked for more coffee. He had to keep her talking, so it was story time. Is this story about the woman in red as convoluted as the Wolverine Moon story?
No.
What the fuck are you talking about, dude?
He starts talking about his Uncle Chuck O'Leary, who found a woman in red, married her. 2 years later, divorced. She takes his money.
Women, am I right?
Oh, and look, there's a mural of a woman in red.
Yep.
Smoking a heater on the bricks across the way.
At that point, when he said that, I said, man, this story makes me want to kill myself.
Wow.
Maybe I'm doing a number 23 thing where I just forgot about everything I knew, but it's still in there.
Fingerling leaves.
He has a face meant to smile.
Thinks he did a good job with that Uncle Cuck story. Film noir!
She splats right in front of him. I laughed so hard.
I cackled.
You're dead.
Staring into her dead eyes, he tracked down her ex, and he was murdered with a kitchen knife. He told Fabrizia about the suicide blonde. Now she wants to go to the apartment, and they just start fucking.
Fabrizia is horny.
Her reaction is pure Fabrizia. Death and sex. What a turn on.
Combination.
Golden dumpster.
He starts seeing 23 all over her walls, on the curtains. Her name added up to 23. Coincidence? Number just a number? Is anything going to happen?
Sparrow sees 2 kids in jerseys run by. 2 and 43. Then the 4 gets covered up.
2-3.
23.
Those are East Bay jerseys, by the way.
Yes, they are.
He goes to the bookstore, find out about the author. Self-published, hasn't written anything before or since. 23 on the 19 CB cash register there.
He says anything before or after since. I'm sorry.
2 more pics I'll pick.
2 more pics.
Now he's home with the wife and kids. He's writing on the walls that she's about to paint, so I guess it's fine. His name doesn't work, but if you use his middle name, it adds up to 23.
It's all 23. Birthday, driver's license, social security, everything.
This is plot liftoff. Him starting to do the 23 math.
Everybody hold on to your butts.
Menage that note, and what happens when you menage? There's a 3 in there.
There it is.
4, 3, 2, 1.
He thinks the book is imitating his life, and the author knows so much about him. She asks if he finished it yet, and he says not yet. She says he's obsessed with minutia and drawing wild conclusions from it.
Sounds like she's talking about us on this podcast.
She spoils it for him, which is kind of a dick move.
Yeah.
Also, how much did you read at the goddamn bookstore?
Yo, man, she's a speed reader. Now the kid is interested. Bad idea.
Yeah, they're doing all of this in front of Robin.
The son they name Robin.
He's getting in on the numerology. This is exhausting. Everything is either 23 or 32.
The 32 part, a little bit of a stretch.
No, but it's backwards. The sequel would be the number 32. The guy who said number 46, that's all wrong.
He doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about.
We don't do any dividing by 2 in this movie. We just flip them.
There's no multiplying.
He also says, I rest my case, Your Honor. Okay, yeah, you nailed it.
He asks her why she picked that color. Red number 5. Red is 27. Plus 5 is 32, which is, and she says, you're reaching. He admits that there are differences. Fingerling met Fabrizio at 32. He met his wife at 23. Day they met was 9/14. Married on 10/13. Suicide blonde killed from the number. Then handed it to Fingerling on his 32nd birthday, 23 reversed. Fingerling called it fate, and fate is 32. And I feel like I am watching Love is Blind in the pods, stretching to find similarities to foster any kind of relationship here.
Robin from the rehearsal, this has got to be his favorite movie.
Clip everything he does.
33 miles, still empty. Jesus Christ is crucified at 33. 55 on the mileage. Oh, okay. Big change, transformation. And grace, 22, turning all dreams and desires into reality. Can I fill regular? Oh wow, it just said 88.
What's that
I
mean?
looked at it when it said 88.
The miles going up, you mean?
They're going up. I looked at it at 88, new beginnings. And it's approaching 644. And what's the trip is after I totaled my Scion TC last April 2nd at 100 miles an hour. I had a focus just like that I got blessed with for $200.
Chapter 7, Fabrizio had a taste for new thrills. Fingerling only thought about 23. They go to a seedy, grimy motel. Fabrizio wants to be tied up, and for Fingerling to pretend he has a knife. Whispers, you shut up, broad, or you die.
Fabrizio, my type of girl.
Your type of girl?
Yeah, said a broad.
To pretend that you have a knife?
Dog, this is the edge I've been looking for.
Dog. Zach, what are you drinking there?
Just a liquid death.
Cobra formula. He got your ass.
Really would never hurt her, loved her, thought she loved me. Has a nightmare where he slits her throat in front of a big mirror.
They were both ass off, by the way, pretending he had the knife.
Oh, yeah. She was into it. It's hard not to be into it when she's into it.
And he did a good job.
Good job of acting like he had a knife, or good job of reacting to her acting like he had a knife?
Yes, both. Are they in the Matrix? What's happening here?
That's the aesthetic. It's Sin City Matrix texturized filmmaking. It's not great.
Film noir.
Now Sparrow's not sleeping. More shadows on the ceiling. More cars driving by.
What a little broad Jim Carrey is. He's like,
He gets up and starts counting shoes, pretends to be reading. You're insane. Future callback.
Oh my God. CT5 liars. What are you doing? I'm reading.
I always read right in front of the closet here in the middle of the night.
On the ground.
February 6th. She finds him passed out on the couch in the morning, covers him with a blanket. He has written on his wrist her name and kill her, and then a bunch of numbers.
You've got to put him away immediately. Got to have him committed.
She's fine with it.
No questions, no conversation. Take his ass back to Arkham.
You immediately call the cops, not the guy you're fucking.
She calls Danny, who's a professor. Sparrow tells him about the book. He thinks it sounds like a fascinating read. Far too few books where the main character plays a saxophone.
Danny proceeds to give us unfiltered,
holy shit,
unadulterated,
holy shit,
23 jargon exposition.
Hello, exposition.
It's like a fire hose.
Plot stratosphere.
Conspiracy theorists would say, of course, the world spins on an axis of 23 degrees.
Is that true? I'm not fact checking any of this.
I'm not fact checking shit. Doesn't matter.
This feels like the Da Vinci Code all over again. I don't think any of this sounds right, but I'm not going to fact check it.
Very good at this particular game. Paranoia. Cobra formula. 23 axioms to Euclid's geometry. 23 Nicholasma.
Oh.
What?
Human body consists of 46 chromosomes. Sometimes there's an extra. And 23 from each side. Blood takes 23 seconds to circulate.
Sparrow wonders if it's God. 2 divided by 3. 0.666. Number of the devil.
The devil.
22 chapters in the book of Revelations. You all know how that ends.
No, I don't actually. How does that end?
Not well. He asks if 23 is a blessing or a curse. He sees 23 for the parking spot outside. He's not paying attention to what Isaac's saying. Isaac says there's a group who take delight in perpetuating the number's infamy. Lucky 7, unlucky 13, ball players, lucky shoes. People pray because they believe God will help them if they do. This is magical thinking, not science.
Non-scientific causal reasoning.
Everything he says is with this shit-eating grin.
That's right.
That says, at all times, I'm fucking your wife.
I'm banging her out.
I'm blowing her back out.
Mm-hmm.
She's about to be fucked to death like Street Kings.
You're looking for 23, so you're finding it. You're not looking for me fucking your wife, so you're not finding it.
I guarantee she's choking at 23.
Oh my God.
Danny tells him to finish the book. Only the author can give him an answer.
Oh, wonder if that'll come back.
Danny also offers to speak to Agatha.
Oh, I bet he wants to.
I bet you would, Danny.
Yep, same note too. Absolutely. He wants to give her the old 23 gun salute, if you know what I mean.
Back home, more reading. Fingerling keeps dreaming of killing Fabrizia, and now Danny is playing the department shrink with the devil goatee. Golden dumpster for this goatee.
I'm fucking crying at the way he looks.
Dr. Phoenix?
Dr. Phoenix.
It's from the reality of him trying to bang his wife. I said, come on, you guys are uncuckable.
For some reason, the walls of the office are moving in this scene.
I mean, sure.
Fabrizia is upset. He's a detective on vacation without a gun. Still has handcuffs, but she's not interested.
Says he should get some sleep. He looks at her shoes, says the number is everywhere. He doesn't need to tell you how many pairs of shoes she has.
Fingerling's ripping her closet apart, threw her shoes in the trash. She yells that he's insane. Oh, callback. Also the shoes.
She throws at him like she's Tim Tebow. What a horrible form.
Who throws a shoe? Honestly.
He's holding a saxophone while standing in a doorway, tells her that Hiroshima bomb was dropped at 8:15.
He's holding the saxophone, not playing it.
Of course not.
For dramatic effect.
More jogging position.
Waco, OKC bombing, Tropic of Cancer, Capricorn, Al Capone's uniform number, Ted Bundy's execution date. It's all 23.
He narrates she didn't understand, neither did he. Then why the fuck do you keep saying it?
Now we're back with Dr. Phoenix, who's hornily.
Look at this photograph. Every time I do, it makes me laugh.
He's so horny. There were not enough R's in my R arsenal to give him the horny that he was.
In your arsenal?
Arsenal. He's staring at the pic and he says, I can speak to her if you like. I bet you would like that shit.
Mm-hmm. Like the fucking professor. Now things are happening out of order. What the fuck?
I wish I had reacted differently.
Cut to them kissing. And he's cucking from across the street.
While they're smoking at a coffee shop.
They can't see him?
No.
It's broad daylight.
He is so way out in the open.
Oh my God.
They are so horny for each other. He could be standing right next to them. They wouldn't have noticed.
He is out in the open like Jean-Claude Van Damme at a tomato boxing plant.
Let me take it a step further.
Do it.
She got off on fucking him because he had a dangerous job. He's a detective. Hey, pretend you have a knife, whatever. Mm-hmm. He says to her, hey, I'm going on vacation. She instantly dries up like the Sahara. I don't want to fuck you anymore. You're not dangerous enough. Mm-hmm. Let me start fucking this dude?
The doctor.
What's dangerous about that? How does that make her gooch juice?
The goatee.
His name is Miles Phoenix. He has a pirate goatee.
I think he told her, Simon Phoenix is my brother. Ooh.
I think the way you get Fabrizia is to make a Demolition Man reference. 100%. Yes.
You say, I'm Simon Phoenix's brother, and everything he learned it from me.
You're going to need the 3 shells when I'm done with you.
Yeah.
Him standing across the street like this is the most blatant cucking we've had.
Oh my God.
In so many years of Cinephobe.
Since Heart Condition.
Since Semi-Pro.
And that is the definition of cuckoldom.
He wishes he had thrown Phoenix out the window instead. The camera goes from Phoenix dead on the ground back to Fingerling cucking. Says his tie color betrayed him. Flashback to the Suicide Blonde ranting about pink. It wasn't even a pink tie.
It's clearly red.
Now Sparrow's thinking about the professor's tie, which is also red, not pink. Timeline got fucked up in this part of the movie. I don't know what's happening.
In reality, he walks to her cake shop. It's closed for lunch. He looks in the window, sees her talking with Isaac.
Uh-oh.
And I mean, that's not frosting.
Oh.
Now he's home. He throws a framed picture of her and Isaac.
Look at this photograph. Every time I do, it makes me laugh.
For those keeping score at home, yes, there are more look at these photographs in this movie than there have been on this podcast right now, which has to be a first, right?
Back to the book, chapter 21.
We skipped like 14 chapters.
Oh, yeah. Even they were like, we got to get this going, man. This can't be a 2-hour movie.
This is an ad by BetterHelp. What comes to mind when you hear the word gratitude? Maybe it's a daily practice, or maybe it feels hard to be grateful right now. Don't forget to give yourself some thanks by investing in your well-being. BetterHelp is the largest online therapy provider in the world, connecting you to qualified professionals via phone, video, or message chat. Let the gratitude flow. Visit BetterHelp.com to learn more and save 10% on your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com.
This year, Santa's bringing the power of Energizer into his workshop.
Whoa, the Energizer Bunny's got so much power.
Wait, he's powered up all the toys. I think that means we're done for the year.
I love this bunny.
He's the hardest working helper the North Pole has ever seen. And he wants all your gifts to have the power of the #1 longest lasting AA battery. So this holiday season, stock up on Santa's and the elves' favorite battery, Energizer Ultimate Lithium.
This episode is brought to you by Skinny Pop Popcorn. Perfectly popped, endlessly delicious. Oh, so light and crunchy. Skinny Pop Original Popcorn is the snack you've been searching for. Made with just 3 simple ingredients: popcorn kernels, sunflower oil, and salt. Snacking never felt or tasted so good. Perfectly popped, endlessly delicious. Give yourself permission to snack and pick up Skinny Pop Original Popcorn today.
Now Fingerling is cucking on Fabrizia and Phoenix, fucking in the woods.
She's naked. He's in a full suit.
Let me tell you something.
His red tie is a little down.
Having sex in the woods on the ground has to be the worst possible sex.
He wakes up at 11:11 and Amin comes, and it switches to 11:12.
Quick, grab your phone, take a picture, post that shit right now.
Look at this photograph. Every time I do, it makes me laugh.
This has to be your golden dumpster.
He just saw the bandage on his arm, remembered the dog bite. I started wondering, is this just a rabies fever dream? Should he be at the doctor right now?
That's a good alternate storyline. I like that.
He's getting a glass of water at night, turns a faucet on. His right hand is covered in blood. The knife is missing from the wood block. It's bloody in the bed. He pulls the covers off of Agatha. She has been stabbed into oblivion. Blood everywhere.
He went OJ on her.
Oh.
That's not I killed you.
And he drives a Bronco.
He does drive a Bronco.
What was OJ's number, I mean?
32. It was 32. Oh my God.
And how many people did he kill?
2.
And how many people were there in that place before he killed?
3.
2, 3.
This fucking number. 23. It rules my world.
He tries to wake her up. He's freaking out. He's telling himself it's a nightmare. It is.
It's all a dream.
Looks over. She's alive.
We get a deja vu of him looking at 11:11 again.
They go to sleep super early. If this is out of a dead sleep at 11 o'clock at night.
She's knocked out cold at 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
You know why, right?
Because Isaac
wearing her ass out.
She barely got home.
He gets in his car and drives away. Agatha watches him drive. He leaves her a note. One night to clear his head. Please don't give up on him. Goes to the King Edward Hotel.
This is where Ice-T stayed in Surviving the Game.
Yes. What is the nastiest hotel you've ever stayed in?
I mean, I've been in some bad road trip motels.
Yeah, when I was driving across the country, there were some weird motels for sure.
The Six Guns Motel.
6 Guns?
It was either in Wyoming or Montana. I can't remember.
Okay, so twice. One time when I was in Atlanta, me and my roommate, we got evicted. So we had to stay at a hotel one night until we figured.
You got evicted?
Well, I mean, it wasn't my.
Buried the lead.
Let me put it this way. It was his apartment. I was sleeping on the couch. We got evicted.
He didn't have a bed?
He had a bed. I was sleeping on the couch.
Oh, okay. Got it.
We go and we're like, let's book this motel. It's called like the Claremont Lounge or whatever.
That sounds bad.
Driven by it a million times. It was right across the street from this really popular sports bar we used to go to. It had great wings. And she's like, oh, cool.
Magic City.
We walked in instantly. The lobby looked like that. I was like, oh, this isn't. I said, hey, man, maybe the room's all right. We walked in the room, and the room was so fucking gross.
One of those classic shitty lobby, but the rooms are great.
Why spend money on the lobby?
I've stayed in Motel 8s and Motel 6s and Super 8s and all that.
They're not actually that bad.
No, they're not. They're not at all. It's just like weird clientele.
Yeah, but only for an hour.
Yeah, well.
There was one New Year's in college where we went up to San Francisco and we stayed at a very cheap hotel in Chinatown. Oh. And Juju was there. And it was a very...
That's how you met Juju.
So they're telling old ladies.
It was a very discount experience. It was exactly what we paid for and less, probably.
You guys got dinner at 4:30?
Blue Light Special.
That was one time. We didn't spend the night. We were like, fuck that shit. We ended up at a Econo Lodge or Travel Lodge or one of those extended stay ones, right?
Mm-hmm.
The second time, very early in my times of going to Los Angeles, me and my cousin and his little brother and our friend, they were all out in Phoenix. So we were like, let's drive to LA. Let's have fun. Let's go fuck around in LA. And we booked a hotel in Santa Monica, right by the beach. Walk in. Now, the lobby didn't look like that, but the room absolutely looked fucking horrendous.
Yeah.
And the same shit, we're like, get me the fuck out of here. We found a Best Western and we stayed there. But the thing I could not get over is that in both of those cases, I was a broke person. I was a broke college student the first time. The second time, I was barely getting by, right? Why the fuck, even on a dog catcher's salary, why are you staying at this piece of shit hotel?
He said it's not his choice.
He said, why that hotel, that street? Like it was his choice.
That's not an explanation.
He goes into that room. That's a real R factory.
What?
That is not a good place.
Amin ran out of ours earlier, so.
He sure did.
He should go to the R factory to resupply.
Oh, recently in Monterey, I stayed at a horrible place for about 2 hours and then left. Couldn't stay there the night.
Derek was just too antsy, huh?
Homophobia.
What?
Homophobia.
Hold on, why did you play that when he asked me? Yo, Gruy didn't have a bed?
For you.
Why did I get...
For you.
Yeah, whatever.
He gets room 27. He asks about room 23, and some freak in the lobby looks at him.
Yep, disabled man with the birthmark on his face.
That's what I meant.
23 has some plumbing problems. It's got more than that, as we'll find out later. It's not plumbing. That's the issue. There's water damaged walls, the tiniest twin bed in Jack Reacher's inventory.
Whatever you're picturing, if you haven't seen this movie, it's smaller.
It's almost a cot.
It is a tiny bed.
There is no square inch of this room that is not coated in decades of semen.
Absolutely.
A fucking UV light, it would blind you if you turned it on. Everything is bright white.
Chapter 22 was as he feared. We see Dr. Miles Phoenix walk in, pick up a knife.
Why'd you pick it up?
Pull back the sheets on Fabrizia. He gasps when he sees that there's no pulse. She's covered in blood.
He takes her pulse.
And then he gasps. So delayed.
Golden Dumpster. I laughed so hard.
Fingerling is jacking it in the closet watching all this unfold.
Oh, yeah.
Cops arrest Phoenix. Fingerling skulks away from a crime scene covered in blood.
Holding a saxophone.
Pacing around with his saxophone, muttering to himself, sweaty.
Not playing it.
Throws his sax at a mirror. It shatters. He walks out on the balcony. The end.
There's pages left. There are no words left in this book.
A lot of blank pages.
Chapter 23 is bankruptcy, by the way.
Phil Noir.
Number had gone after Fingerling and now is coming after him. He hears a dog barking, looks outside. Ned.
Hey, Ned.
Fucking cucking, man.
I do like, it wasn't the happiest of endings. It wasn't an ending at all.
He mutters it's all Ned's fault. He's got to chase after the dog. He's got his fucking dork gun.
Yeah, he brought that with him. He's been not working for a week.
They go back to the grave site. He chases the dog there. This suits him just fine. He gets the dog with the dart. The dog is down. I got you, you son of a bitch.
So much TGT to Ned.
Oh my God.
Not so tough now, are you? Nasty evil dog.
Ned is 23, by the way.
Now, when he comes up to deal with Ned up close, I was praying that he just wake up and bite his ass again.
Bite him? Yeah.
On the other arm.
Father Sebastian runs over while taking a break from diddling some kids. Hope there's an explanation for what he's done to this dog.
Clearly.
Of course.
Clearly.
Look at him.
Ned belongs to Barnaby, the gardener, a.k.a. the lawnmower man.
Is this before or after he started a college?
It's the best Ned he's ever had.
Barnaby's pissed. He took Ned in as a stray.
He likes graveyards. He sits and watches the stones like he was watching over them. That's how he got his nickname, Guardian of the Dead.
Terrible.
Why are you saying that like that's something anybody else would know?
Hello, exposition.
Golden Dumpster.
Outside of you, Barnaby, and the kids you diddle. No one knows it's the Guardian of the Dead.
CT5, worst nickname.
He looks at the gravestone again, says no way, she died on her 23rd birthday.
Priest gives more exposition via Cobra formula. Well, we can only assume. What? Assume what?
What?
Finish your fucking sentence. That she died. They never found her body. This is only a marker.
He comes back home babbling. He's been to the library. The number screws with your mind. Oh, wouldn't you know it? Isaac's there with wine already.
I didn't realize he was there with wine because he stands there and holds it the whole scene.
And this is how you know it's suspicious. If there was nothing going on, if he wasn't banging Virginia out every goddamn minute, every goddamn day that he's not around, then he would have been like, I should get out of here. There would be no reason for you to leave.
He's got no remorse, man.
No remorse. He's like, oh, quitting time, I guess. Shift over.
Exposition about Laura Tollins. College girl murdered. Never found her body. Bed was soaked with blood. Killed by Kyle Flinch. Police found a butcher's knife with his prints nearly 15 years ago. Not just her psych professor. They were lovers.
Everything they did together, sexually.
Daddy Houston looks immediately at Agatha.
He stares right into her vagina.
I laughed my ass off.
And then he winks, Agatha style.
Yeah.
Catherine Hahn.
Was exactly like the characters in the book. He said it was her idea to buy the knife. She wanted to fake an attack. Kyle Flinch is top secrets. The book is his warped literary confession.
Agatha said a dog told you this.
I laughed at that.
Yes.
That was funny. So Ned filled you in on this exposition, huh?
That's how you know they've been talking shit while they're fucking. That is pillow talk for them.
Pillow cuck?
Ned isn't just a dog. He's the guardian of the dead.
Like you fucking knew that 10 minutes ago.
It's his byline. It's his source, you know? He's not just a dog. Don't be stupid. It's Ned, the guardian of the dead. Robin is completely unfazed by all this graphic murder and sex talk, and he asks about the 23s.
JC doesn't know, but he knows who can tell him cut to prison.
Hell no. Why am I going to prison, dude? I'm not that curious. No way. I'm firing up Netflix. I'm watching Making a Murderer any other day. I'm not going to prison to talk to this dude. Call him on the phone.
Kyle Flinch tells him he's 2 days early. That's when the reporters come. Sparrow tells him he's born February 3rd. Happy belated birthday.
Don't pretend you don't know. He calls him top secrets. Says he read the book. He wants to know if the number is why he killed her.
I didn't kill Laura. I loved her, and I didn't write a book about a number. You're lying.
What happened to me? Want to know the worst thing about being in prison? Please clip in Norm MacDonald from...
Oh, you're the same note too, bro.
You know what hurts the most is the lack of respect. You know? That's what hurts the most. Except for the other thing. That hurts the most. But the lack of respect hurts the second most.
Dude explains his whole life, how it's literally been destroyed by this. And Jim Carrey looks at him and says, you're lying. You fucking liar.
Not listening at all.
This is the internet. They want to believe, oh, actually, Jalen Brunson and Dante DiVincenzo hate each other.
Absolutely.
No, that's not what that's about at all. Like, you're lying.
Everything's a lie if it doesn't fit with what I'm saying or what I want to believe.
Flinch tells Sparrow that his problems are worse, even though he's been in jail for 13 years.
He walks away. JC loses it, calls him a fucking liar.
If I was to write a book, I wouldn't use a ridiculous name like Top Secrets.
Is this the first time Walter has put this together?
Mm-hmm. It's a film noir for him.
Gary meets with Agatha outside the prison. He was real convincing about his innocence. And she says, well, killers usually are. Very dismissive. Prints were on the knife, blood on the hands.
Sparrow tells Agatha that he's innocent because his name adds up to 17.
He believes real killers are still out there. His son Robin knows how.
Robin was reading the book at night.
How did he get a copy?
He stole it from his dad.
When? His dad is up at all hours reading this goddamn book.
He's been reading it with a flashlight, found a P.O. box address in the back between two glued together pages.
What's the P.O. box? 977? What does that add up to?
23, but did you see the zip code?
Oh, yeah.
Zip code is 61007, which 6 plus 10 plus 07, again, feels like a little stretch, is 23. That's Baileyville, Illinois, by the way, guys.
I looked it up too. Same Google too.
Yes.
They put West Highland, USA.
Address, West Highland, USA. You can't get away with that. I know you got the zip code. You can't get away with that. They will not allow that.
They decide to ship 23 big empty boxes with packing peanuts.
Why the massive ones?
Express overnight.
Why?
Do you make more as an ACO than I realize?
Apparently not. He stayed at that shit hotel.
Well, that wasn't his choice. Zach, 23 5-pound boxes. I estimated 5 pounds.
Sure.
Shipped overnight from San Francisco to LA would cost $2,900.
What the fuck?
Dude, I'm going to tell you right now, my dad, because I needed something for this thing that we shot for the show today. I had my dad first overnight a box of literally like a Halloween costume from Phoenix to New York City, $300. So 23 of these large ass boxes filled to the brim with peanuts, which aren't free either. Why'd they pick the biggest boxes?
Well, he let his son named Robin do that.
Yeah, that's right.
I know that it's a numerology movie. When he said send 23, I was like, dude, you've got to be fucking kidding. Like, why are you multiplying the cost by 23? One box would have got it done.
Or just be like, I don't know, send 2 or 3. That's all you gotta do. Now we've got 23 all covered. Cut to JC and Agatha in bed. He admits that he dreamt of killing her.
Honey, shh.
Red flag?
She shushes him.
She shushes him.
She's gonna go with him. It will all come to an end. You wouldn't hurt me. You wouldn't hurt anyone, ever.
She's like, all right, let's fuck. I'm kind of into it. Isaac's not here. Like, I want to go. He cock blocks himself.
How do you know?
Every once in a while, Zach, when you're cheating, you have to have sex with your significant other in order to dispel the tracks that you're cheating.
And you know this because
I watch a lot of movies.
Oh.
Welcome, Cinephobe.
Yeah, that's true. You have watched 244 movies.
At least.
Well, and FCG. February 9, the boxes arrive. Staking out the UPS store, wherever the fuck they are.
They get there at the same time.
Of course.
This may not be the author. It may not even be a man.
Well, no soon enough. Shadowy figure goes into the store.
The bingo son says, it's got to be him. I mean, look at him. And I'm like, it's a pretty compelling argument.
It's not a bad argument. He's over the boxes in the store.
Game's over, Top Secrets.
Bud Cort looks terrible. He turns around in a panic. He gasps, "You should be dead," and then starts swinging on him with the letter opener. Tries to run out the back. Sparrow tackles him, asks what the number means. "I think you know," and then he cuts his own throat.
Is that numerology formula? Because I kind of feel like it is. If you don't know what numbers mean, they will mock you for that. The numerologists.
Do they?
You kidding me?
Do we? He's gushing blood from his neck. Wife jumps in, starts applying pressure. Jim Carrey does the thing that I've always wanted to do. Say to someone, "Don't you die on me." Then she says, "Take Robin and go home. This man needs a hospital." And I said, "Mayes, clip airplane."
A hospital? What is it?
It's a big building with patients, but that's not important right now.
She starts dabbing at his neck and all the blood on his neck with her scarf. She's not applying pressure. She's not trying to save him at all. Just a little dab here and there. That's my golden dumpster, by the way.
Topsy is gasping. "Hard to get rid of. I was insane. Hard to get rid of." Numbers are scrawled on his hands. "The Institute. Go there. You'll see." He finds an ID badge.
You have caused your son to witness a suicide.
Yes.
Good luck with therapy because you blew all your money.
They don't care about Robin at all.
Robin is clearly a G because none of this shit has fazed him.
Not in the slightest.
Or he's disassociated in a way that will become very dangerous down the road.
Well, I mean, it's not like his family has a history of mental illness.
That's the sequel. Number 32, Robin's Time.
Pennies from Robin.
The address is written on his arm. She takes his badge, calls from a payphone.
There's no surer sign of mental illness than writing on yourself, right?
Of course.
Remind me of Memento. You guys remember Memento?
Do you guys remember Memento? No, I don't.
Guy Pearce fucking scribbling all over himself.
What was Thomas Jane?
Same guy. I can't tell the difference. I don't know if you're doing a thing or it was really Thomas Jane. I don't know. They look the same to me.
Aaron Eckhart was great in that movie.
Yeah, he's fantastic.
All three of them.
She calls on the payphone, says he didn't make or say anything. CT5 liar. She didn't find his name.
It is late at night, and she says, "I'll be home in a little while." She fucking.
You know who she did call that we didn't see her call?
Isaac.
But she's outside Nathaniel's Institute. Holds up his badge. Dr. Sirius Leary, PhD.
Dr. Sirius Leary, PhD?
This is a bad name movie.
Let's update the CT5 names list, boys.
You're not doing Robin Sparrow.
NickKurtDale.com is gone.
No.
Wow.
And I'm going to slot it in at that OLI. So we'll just put it right there. It's the PhD at the end that clinches it for me.
Zach, it reminded me during the pandemic when we used to talk about Michael Sirius and Jacob XM.
Jacob XM.
Dr. Sirius Leary. He is the Sirius in Sirius XM.
I love a condemned psych ward. Seems cool. It'd be so eerie to walk around and check out.
It's got a big fence with barbed wire, but there's a hole right in the front that she sneaks in through.
Of course, yeah.
It's abandoned, just dilapidated, and she finds Bartleby Gaines in there trying to set up another fraud college.
She also gets scared by a pigeon in such a funny way. I laughed so hard. Meanwhile, Jim Carrey is circling every 23rd word of every 23rd page in the book, and he's freaking out at the results, calls his son in to terrorize him some more.
The whole family is batshit crazy. Every single one of them is fucking insane.
Visit Casanova Spark. Dig beneath the steps to heaven. Who's Casanova Spark? It's not a person.
Casanova Spark is my porn name.
I warn you, hell is waiting, Sparrow Man. Bird boy.
He leaves the cluttered fridge. They've gone to Casanova's Park.
That's where he was reading the book earlier.
She turns on the red light special in the office. 23 written all over the walls. We see him doing it in a flashback.
We get Jack Reacher flashbacks of Sirius scribbling away. She finds a trunk labeled Sparrow W.
Case number 85307. Do you know what that adds up to? Huh?
23.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's at this point that I said, whatever trivia lets us know the certain things in the movie added up to the number 23, skip it. We're good.
I'd skipped it all. Don't worry.
Okay. Thank God.
Wait, what if it's the ones that we haven't mentioned?
No.
Not interested.
I left it for Amin. I figured he would go on a tear about this.
No.
I'm not interested in any of that trivia. Just assume if there's a number or a name in this movie, it adds up to 23. Or 32.
Like I said, I didn't even consider fact checking a single thing.
Someone walks in behind her and scares her. Oh, I know who that is.
And you know how she gets when she gets scared?
Horny.
Horny, yes.
Horny.
That's Fabrizia.
Is it?
Isn't it?
It's her too, trust me. She's scared she's going to get caught.
We're back at the park. We're digging. And the idiot son says, what if mom was right? What if the man wasn't the author? What if it was just like his father. Dumb premise.
Damn!
Jim Carrey's response is, sounds like a lot of what ifs. And I said, yes, asshole, your entire premise.
What? The whole fucking movie's a what if.
Same note too.
Now you want to be fucking wise guy?
Guess what? There are 23 steps to heaven.
Oh, boy.
Shovel clangs, they find a skull and run away immediately as someone's blurry watcher vision emerges from the bushes.
Watcher vision, same note too. Go to an emergency call box to call 911 to send cops to the park. Cut to a cop looking at where they were digging and the skull isn't there.
Oh my God, it's Corey Stoll. Now it's morning. Sparrow's insisting he's not crazy, but then explains the 23rd word on the 23rd page thing and sounds very crazy.
Those are back-to-back sentences. We're not crazy. We circled every 23rd word.
Yeah.
Duh.
Here's some privilege. Cop says, go get some sleep.
Yep.
That's it.
9068 TC is the license plate. 9 plus 6 plus 8 equals 23. T is the 20th letter of the alphabet. C is the third letter of the alphabet. All 23s.
You sound just like the dude from the rehearsal.
Yeah, guess what? That guy's swimming in ass.
Guess what that dude's name was? Robin.
Yep.
Was it?
Wasn't it?
Welcome to Cinephobe. Welcome to rehearsal.
Robin Sparrow.
Mm-hmm.
Danny and Agatha arrive in his red sports car.
Oh, guess who shows up together?
Mm-hmm.
What are the odds?
Isaac shows up buckling his pants and zipping them up.
Jim Carrey is staring daggers at this cuck.
Is he?
Yes. He's staring at him the whole time.
He has zero awareness.
Cut to the car ride. Son named Robin is explaining skeletons can't just get up and walk away. A man wasn't a killer. Robin believes the killer knows Jim Carrey's on to him. He's obsessed. Mom starts yelling to stop it.
Both of you, stop it! Now listen to me. 23 is a number. Okay, there's no magical meaning. Only people can give it that. And I don't care how many lunatics are fantasizing about 23. They're wrong. There's no curse. There's no killer running around out there.
Sparrow stomps on the brakes. Ned, looking diesel as all hell,
Oh my
is
God.
in the street. It's him.
That truck's not winning that collision. There's no way.
He's 4 paws down.
Dolly zoom shot on Ned.
Standing on business.
That's Ned.
Nasty evil dead dog. When he looks at Agatha's hand gripping his arm, he sees just how disgusting her nails are and wants a divorce.
Ugh.
Cut to her washing her hands. He says, you. It was you. You moved the skeleton. How'd you know? Unless your maiden name is Pink.
Well, he knew that apparently. Bunch of flashbacks. Film noir. It was Agatha all along.
Oh my God.
Name not too.
Thanks to Agatha, naughty Agatha.
It's been Agatha all along. And I killed Sparky too.
Starts losing it, demanding answers.
Why'd you do this? Who have I been living with?
Finds a knife in her bag, accuses her of killing Sirius.
Finds a knife and goes, oh. It's the second funny ass noise.
Now Robin comes in. He's got the knife pointed at her. Agatha admits to taking the skeleton with Danny Houston. 13 years of lies. Agatha tells Sparrow that he wrote the book. Film is noirist.
They're in the basement, pulls the original copy out of that footlocker of his.
Manuscript, saxophone.
Has his name on the page.
Sparrow insists that Agatha's lying, and that's when Danny Houston comes in to confirm that he wrote it.
Just happens to be there?
How do you know? It was both of you, all the way along. Wasn't it?
All the way along.
All the way along. That's what people say.
Yeah, that's right.
The saxophone triggers a flashback. And then this fucking Justin Bieber wig they've got on him as young Walter Sparrow in college.
Yes. He finds the ankle bracelet. He runs away from all of them. They're going after him. He's running down an alley. We're getting blurry shots of the movie cutting in. He gets to the King Edward Hotel.
I call this a Usual Suspects montage.
Yeah.
The detective magazines have all of the plot points of the story.
Yep.
So he copied Detective Mag. He didn't even come up with it himself.
Plagiarism.
Including the case of the Italian temptress.
It is self-published, to be fair.
He's standing in front of room 23, starts ripping down the wallpaper, writing 23 all underneath it. Chapter 23 is written on the wall, maybe? His arm is bleeding. Back to narration. You can call me Fingerling. My real name is Walter Paul Sparrow. What you've read so far is not the whole truth. I didn't lie.
Yep.
I didn't tell you certain things.
Yeah.
Weird disclaimer to put in chapter 23 of your book.
Needs an editor.
Well, it is self-published.
It's been changed to protect the innocent and the guilty. We see Fingerling standing in the window again. Now it's Walter. He's got shit written all over him.
Only philosophical question that matters is whether to commit suicide. I guess that makes me a philosopher.
Bad writing.
Laura Collins helped me forget about the number. I bet she did, man.
Some steamy sex.
This chick is crazy.
She can get me to forget about it too.
And then he wrote numbers on her, and I was like, oh, I'd love to do that. Write numbers all over a broad.
She freaked the fuck out when she saw it, by the way.
Of course.
He meets her in front of a giant burning teepee in the middle of a college. Why is that happening?
Yeah.
She wants him to tie her up tight, pretend he has a knife. That sounds familiar.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And then he pulls out a Polaroid land camera automatic 100 with a flash bulb on it.
Oh.
This was made from 1963 to 1966 and was the first of the folding Polaroid cameras.
Burnley.
Is it 1963?
Burnley.
She asks him to cut the shirt and rips it open.
Giant bobos.
Yes, she does.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sparrow's in love. He cucks on her psych class with Flinch.
Same note too.
Gets jealous. On the chalkboard is written obsession, underline, death, germs, money, drugs, stalking, 23.
Why would 23 be there?
Because, Zach.
One of these things is not like the other.
Germs. Why is germs on there?
Esoteric procession of the number 23. Does the thing itself have a mystical power? Sparrow's father returned to haunt him.
Got to the steps to heaven. Oh, she and the professor were fucking in the park. He's just watching.
Fucking in the grass. It still looks awful.
He comes home, his saxophone and a bunch of stuff with a note on it are dropped off at his door. He circled every 23rd letter of her note and it spelled out killer.
Killer.
It's written at an absurd diagonal on the page.
Well, she was busy getting fucked.
It's also very harsh for a breakup note.
Oh, fuck, I didn't read it.
The first line is all caps, die and go to hell.
Oh, shit. Jesus. I feel like you don't need more after that.
Take your things and get out. I'm happy to say I found someone I can stand to be with. A man, a real man, not a pathetic, crazy loser obsessed with a number. Don't come back. Don't ever call. Goodbye.
Have you ever gotten broken up with via letter or email?
No.
I got broken up with via email.
By email? What'd she say?
We had been on a break for like a month or so. And then it was, I don't want to do this anymore.
Sparrow starts crying like a bitch with his Bieber wig. Crumples the paper.
The number had gone after him. Now it wanted her. He busted the apartment, says the number is coming after her. And I said, all right, is this just the bye-bye man numerology?
Kind of.
Is that what this is? Don't count it. Don't say it. Like, what are we doing here?
Except all he does is think it and say it.
It says it all the fucking time.
It's kind of the opposite. It's the, hi, man.
It's the hi, man.
Hi, lady.
Hi, ma'am.
Hi, they.
Well,
why is that an ope?
She grabs the knife. They struggle for it. She wonders if he has the guts to use it. Go ahead.
She's
kill me.
So fucking moist right now. Him with the knife is like, yeah, fucking do it. And I was like, oh, shit.
Okay. Yeah, you guys know me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm an ally. I do feel like she's legally asking for him to murder her.
No. She's not.
She's TGTing him.
Tough girl talking?
And calling his bluff.
It's part TGT, but it's also, she's turned on by all of this, by the danger. But then she starts talking shit.
She went too far.
I love you. I've never loved you. Ever. How could I? How could anyone? You're pathetic. Just like your father.
And ladies and gentlemen, the third gasp of this movie that fucking made me crack up and go,
Poppy Talk is making a strong push here. She slashes his arm. He gets angry and kills her.
That's self-defense.
The door has 23 on it.
She slashes his hand, not even his arm, right? It's the palm of his hand.
Right.
He's burying her in the park very ineffectively.
Takes the ankle bracelet.
You know who's watching? That snitch-ass dog.
Ned.
How long has this dog been following him?
Ned is old as hell.
Ned's the cuckolera here, man.
The whole time.
Flinch goes to the apartment, picks up the knife. People are so stupid. Smash cut to his immediate arrest. Picks up the knife, gets arrested. Just like that.
Back to the hotel in the flashback. The guy with the red mark on his face was the person behind the counter originally, all those years ago. Checks into room 23. What began as a suicide note turned into something more.
If I go crazy, I want to write a manifesto. I think my shit would be fire.
I think it would be absolute nonsense.
No, it wouldn't. It would be fucking fire.
As every other manifesto is.
Nope. This one would be a bestseller.
He tries to write a suicide note and he ends up writing a fucking book.
Insufferable.
That's Wild.
Hey, man. Just like me, he's a momentum rider. Once you get going, you can't stop, man.
No wonder she broke up with him. Go to hell. You won't shut the fuck up.
You start off with go to hell is crazy. You know what? That's my new golden dumpster. Lock it in.
He's still got the open wound on his arm, time lapse of some furious typing, pages piling up. He's ripping out phone cords. He's making newspaper collages, like the one of the schoolhouse. He's babbling. He's muttering.
He's writing on the wall like it's the Shinin.
You mean shining?
Shh. You want to get sued?
He's writing on the wall like he's Bart Simpson in detention.
Yeah.
Constantly.
Rotating shot around the room of multiple sparrows. He's written on every surface, including the sink, every part of his skin. A reflection from her ankle bracelet shines on his face. Then he runs and crashes through the window.
Well, I would say it's a glimmer.
The last thing you see before you die.
The Glimmer Man. When he pays money to the guy at the front desk, that cash is the old currency.
Right.
When he's in the room, the phone is a rotary phone.
Well, it is West Highland.
Anytown, USA?
To be fair.
This guy is such a loser. He can't even kill himself.
Attempted suicide.
He jumps out a window, cut to him bandaged up in the institute.
Looking miserable.
Of course.
Like Charlie in Fool's Paradise.
Yeah.
He doesn't remember anything. It's not uncommon in cases of such severe head injury. He could recover his memory tomorrow or never.
How'd you know, Zach? How'd you know all that very important information?
Oh, there's two doctors talking to each other.
Hello, exposition.
One of them's the guy from the P.O. box, just younger.
Oh, wait. Top secrets?
Top secrets.
Dr. Sirius.
Yes.
History of mental instability in his family. His father attempted suicide. Happened to be more successful at it.
Damn!
You can't joke about that.
Successful?
That's fire banter.
That's malpractice.
Calls the book Graphomania, the rantings of a delirious mind. Graphomania is constant writing.
That's me.
Every morning in your inbox, check out Zach Harper's Graphomania.
And it's just me now, so it's going to be a lot more graphs.
Survivor's guilt mixed up with the numerology obsession. Sirius wants the book. Weird. And Dr. Nathaniel rehabilitates Sparrow in a quick little montage.
Recovery montage is what I call it.
We see him going through a lot of Tua rehab.
Yep.
Sparrow's brain blocked out what he did and why. He checks out. Still got some Bieber hair, but slightly more emo.
As he's leaving the institute, he tells Dr. Exum, hope to never see you again.
And the doctor says,
I hope not.
You hope?
Don't come back.
He says, don't come back, fella.
Banter.
If you call me fella, I'm going to punch you in the mouth.
Agatha's walking down the street.
Bringing a cake to a mental hospital.
A real cake cute.
Holding one of those ugly ass cakes, I said.
Who was she visiting?
So many questions about this.
I bet Isaac worked there.
He says she knew nothing about his past. He was walking out of a mental hospital. Excuse me?
And her response when he knocks into her is, you owe me a cake. That made two of us. I was free for now, but the number found a new victim. The number left me alone for 13 years until the night she found my book. Or the book found her.
She helped him forget the book because...
Come back to him standing in room 23. She walks in as his hand is on the wall. He starts confessing. She's saying you weren't a bad person. You were a sick person who became well.
Sparrow's a murderer. Flinch is in prison because of him. You're a wonderful husband, and you're the best father a son could ever have.
Damn!
What would our son named Robin do without you?
Spend less time thinking about murder.
Less time viewing suicides.
Less time seeing his mom get plowed.
Banging that girl that he was making out with. That's what he'd be doing.
He wants to confess. She's discouraging him. She shows him the book. This is who you were. This is not who you are. I'm a killer. I have killed someone. I could do it again.
I could do it again. He wants her to leave. Leave before what? Before you wreck yourself?
Cobra formula.
He didn't check himself.
She gives him a letter opener. If you're a killer, then kill me.
Look around at all the beautiful 23s. You don't want to disappoint them, do you? Do it!
She's absolutely asking to be murdered.
She says, I love you. This makes him upset because nobody can.
No again.
He runs out the door, through the lobby, into the street. Ned is there watching. Of course. Kako Ned.
This bus isn't going to slow down.
Honks so much.
Ass all to the bus driver. He's about 3 miles up the road.
Nah, bitch. This is a numbers game.
Nigga, you hear me honking this horn.
Amin, would you like to change your daisy chain to nearly getting hit by a bus?
Oh, shit.
Final destination, and he gets tackled out of the way.
He loves numerology.
I like numerology. Yeah, it fits better.
Doesn't add up to 23. The bus honking and flooring it, sped up for an extra 200 feet and not stopping.
He accepted his fate like he's fucking Paul Blart's mom. Yeah, I guess this is me getting milk trucked. Their son named Robin screams, "Dad!" It snaps him out of it. Dad! He steps away from the bus that never slowed down even 1 mph. That schedule doesn't keep itself, ladies and gentlemen.
Slow down. He sped up.
He's got stops to make, man. Hey guys, time for some narration. There's no such thing as destiny, only different choices. I don't think that's how that works.
Do you guys believe in destiny?
I don't know. I don't. Well, sure, but also no.
No?
I do for the good stuff.
Yeah. So
no.
I'm more inclined to believe in like fate or destiny than an all-knowing being guiding everything.
Wow. That is shots fired at Allah. Ally.
Yeah, put that in the intro.
An ally? Zach Harper? It's just a number. And then the voiceover comes back. Some choices are easy. Some aren't.
Isaac's been watching this whole thing.
Those are the really important ones. The ones that define us as people.
Cut to Laura Tollin's grave. There's a funeral.
Oh, I guess they buried her because they found the skeleton.
Yeah.
We get a montage in the end, an end montage. You don't usually see that.
Not a lot, no. Professor's at the funeral. Ned's there watching too, of course, with Barnaby.
He's the guardian.
Ned isn't watching the grave anymore. He's breaking the fourth wall and staring right at us.
Ass on for Ned.
Now this is turning into a
Message.
Combination.
Walter had to make it right. To die in the street would have been easy, but not justice. Not the justice fathers teach their sons named Robin about. They visit him in jail. He'll be sentenced in a week. Judge will look kindly for turning himself in.
Fuck no, I'm not turning myself in. No chance.
It's been 13 years at that point. That guy's going to be fine. He still survived. He looked great, by the way.
He's in great shape. And his family's already disavowed him. Now you just make things worse.
Now he's got a real complicated family relationship.
Yeah, man. Life is easy. No.
You turned him into Aaron Rodgers. Now he's going to start listening to Joe Rogan. It's such a slippery slope. Decline.
good save. Ally. Voiceover. Maybe it's not the happiest of endings, but it's the right one.
It's only a matter of time. Of course, time is just a counting system. Numbers with meaning attached to them. Isn't it?
Is it? Isn't it?
Buddy, week 1, Isaac has moved in and he is banging Agatha every day in front of your son.
Stretching her out.
You don't have a family anymore, buddy.
It's not going to be in front of the son because the son's going to be busy plowing that poor girl.
Or murdering people because he's got a lot of trauma that's unresolved. Yeah.
Oh my God.
We go to a black screen that says, be sure your sin will find you out. Numbers 32, 23, the book of Numbers. Roll credits.
Hello, podcast fans. It is I, Bruce Valanche. For over 25 years, I worked on the Academy Awards, so you didn't have to. In that time, I've seen and heard things that should not be seen or heard or certainly felt. And now, for the first time, I'm sharing all my behind-the-scenes stories and first-hand knowledge about the Oscars. The blood, the sweat, the tears, the slap, all the things you didn't see. So join me as I use humor and insight to break down the Oscar awards of the past, to explain how and why your favorite movie didn't win, why some actors and some directors had to fire their agents, and how the whole process works, or sometimes doesn't work. This is the Oscars. What were they thinking? Available wherever you get podcasts.
Am I the Jerk is a show where we talk about real stories like my stepdad found out that I have a $4 million inheritance and tried to steal it from me when my mom died. Am I the jerk for how far I took my revenge? Or you might even see a story like this. My mother-in-law photoshopped my wedding photos to change my nose. Am I the jerk for what I did in response? So Am I the Jerk is the perfect show to put on in the background while you're driving, studying, drawing, or just chilling out. And the best part is you can send in your own stories from your own life to be featured and discussed on the show. Just subscribe to Am I the Jerk and you'll see how to do that there via amithejerk.com/submit. You can freely share the deepest secrets of your life because you can still remain anonymous when you send in your stories. So either way, subscribe to Am I the Jerk right now before you forget. We'd love to be a part of your daily routine. New episodes every day. Am I the Jerk?
When you listen to Nobody Listens to Paula Poundstone, the comedy podcast, you learn stuff.
I've been learning to throw a boomerang, because this is the kind of thing that really gets the listeners engaged, you know.
Interviews with people who will make you smarter.
Does the amount that you learn protect you from cognitive decline?
Can't people just listen to the show? Can't they just enjoy a delightful treehouse full of information? And I think I'm bleeding.
Join us and be a nobody.
Who cares if you lose the game? You got this off your chest. I mean, it's just one night of bar trivia.
Ooh. One night of bar trivia is sacrosanct to us.
Trivia is sacrosanct. Jim Carrey told reporters he was so captivated by the 23 Nicholasma, even before reading the script, that he renamed his production company from Pitbull Productions to JC23.
Golly.
According to Carrey, he was reading a book about Psalm 23 when he was first given a copy of the screenplay to review. He said he asked a friend to read the script and, quote, an hour and a half later, he was on page 23, circling every 23rd word. That's the kind of thing I want to do to an audience. When he discovered that the first page of the script involved the lead character trying to capture a pit bull, he was freaked out, given the change in name of his production company.
Oh.
By coincidence, Carrey's was an accountant who played the saxophone, like his character in the movie.
Zach, think of this movie. Now, instead of Jim Carrey, you've got Bobby De Niro. How do you like that one?
Ooh. He was so old at that point, though. Maybe if it was back when it was written and he would have been, what, in his 20s? Then I'm here for it, yeah.
Right after Mean Streets.
Even though Jim Carrey was Schumacher's first choice for the role of Walter Sparrow, the studio insisted he offer the role to Robert De Niro first, as they were interested in having him play the lead role. Schumacher preferred Carrey, but he did agree to offer the role to De Niro. However, De Niro turned down the role due to not expressing interest, as he didn't like the script.
Jim Carrey was paid exactly $23 million for this movie.
Damn right. The plot is largely based on the philosophical writings of William S. Burroughs, who came to believe that the number 23 held mystical significance after encountering it during significant moments in his life. Burroughs eventually wrote the screenplay, The Last Words of Dutch Schultz, around this concept, in which he used the deathbed ramblings of mobster Dutch Schultz as a springboard for telling a story based around Schultz's life, which, in Burroughs' vision, revolved around recurrences of the number 23.
Elizabeth Shue was initially signed on and scheduled to begin filming the part of Agatha, but she dropped out when she became pregnant.
Now, Zach, I know you said you didn't want to hear about 23 references in the movie of things that add up to 23.
But you're going to give them to me anyway.
No, I'm going to skip all those. Instead, I'm going to give you other instances of the number 23 connected with the movie. The last time Jim Carrey and Joel Schumacher worked together was in Batman Forever. In that film, Carrey's character, the Riddler, also showed an obsession for numbers, which he used to represent letters of the alphabet in his riddles. The numbers were 1, 8, and 5. Batman figured out that 1 and 8 meant to be 18. 18 plus 5, 23. The number 23 is a W, and in Batman Forever, there's a scene where Jim Carrey is standing underneath a W, the gate outside of Wayne Manor. The DVD length is 1 hour, 41 minutes, and 8 seconds. 14 plus 1 plus 8 equals 23.
Wow. Jim Carrey's behavior during filming was reportedly bizarre and upsetting to others on set. Radar Magazine cited a source which told them that during filming, Carrey, quote, unzipped his fly and urinated as part of his improvisation. Everyone was horrified.
Everyone?
And Alyssa Phillips, remember her? An associate producer working for producer Beau Flynn, first read Fernley Phillips' screenplay for the number 23 in 2002 and described it as, quote, probably the best script I'd ever seen in my life. What? Until the screenplay was picked up, Phillips was destitute and planning to return home to England. The unhoused screenwriter. The film spent enough time in development purgatory that Phillips and Ferguson developed a romantic relationship and married in January 2005, more than 2 years before the film's release.
Whoa.
This movie got Fernley Phillips, destitute screenwriter, married.
And a home.
Package deal.
Combination. In the film, Walter witnesses 4 suicides. Jonathan Brandis, whose Pacific Bell commercial was used in the box office smash Dumb and Dumber, which starred Jim Carrey, was found dead from suicide by hanging on November 12, 2003. 11 plus 12 equals 23.
I'd like you all to do an experiment on a plant, something that may benefit mankind. And if you devise something that's groundbreaking, I guarantee you a A in this course.
Oh, well, hold on, man. You following me? You can't do that, Lionel. Look, man, if you don't want me to have a foreman job, I understand, but I need my fucking job, man.
Louis Pinnock Accent Award. Do we have one? I didn't have one. I don't think.
Yeah, I guess we don't have one.
Let's show me who the horsemen are, guys.
Yeah, we got soul.
Five Horsemen, voiceover, poppy talk, numerology, film noir, he said it, he saw it, he wrote it, and cucking. All in the mix.
I mean, they're all super strong.
All strong.
I mean, I kind of feel like it's he said it, he typed it, he wrote it.
By volume for sure. By impact, I would argue cucking and poppy talk.
There's a lot of cucking in this movie.
There is a lot of cucking. I'm good with cucking.
He's getting cucked in real life as he's reading about himself getting cucked in the book.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a cuck. It happened to him twice in real life.
And he's about to get cucked when he goes to prison.
Well, no. He's about to be dick.
Oh, and Ned's there cucking for decades.
All right, cucking for sure.
Breathe in through nose, out the mouth.
Ass on, ass off.
Teddy Rex, Moosey Teddy Rex. Teddy Rex, Moosey Teddy Rex.
Ass on, fuck it, ass off. Ass on, fuck it, ass off.
Michael Biehn Memorial Ass On Award. I had Lynn Collins as the suicide blonde when she's freaking out.
Yeah, she's pretty bad.
Ass on.
The kid, well, I guess the kid's fine.
Kid was good.
Yeah.
In a sociopath in training kind of way.
Yeah, suicide blonde for sure.
I don't want to give it to her.
I mean, who else is there? I'm open.
Sybil?
No, I believed it.
I believe every
What about the doctor who published it?
No, he was good. Remember when he killed himself?
Yeah, I guess.
I'll tell you who it was. It's the woman walking the dog that he meows at the beginning of the movie.
Suicide blonde was worse than her.
What about Barnaby?
Barnaby's ass on for sure.
Barnaby's real bad.
Barnaby, the Academy Award winning actor?
Hey, man, he was terrible. He got better. I want you to put in the spreadsheet Barnaby, the Academy Award winning actor.
Jesus Christ. Carl Weathers Memorial Ass Off Award.
Oh, this is no brainer. Ned.
Danny Houston.
Danny Houston's great.
As always. I think Jim Carrey as Fingerling was ass off with the thorn tats.
He was ass off in both scenarios.
But Ned, Nasty Evil Dog.
Virginia Madsen was ass off, especially playing the two different roles.
She was good.
She was like a mom, and then she's like a super freak. Mm-hmm. And she was great at both of them. Ned was ass off till he fucking broke the fourth wall at the end.
That's when he was his most ass off.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Staring right into our soul.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, he likes to stare at graves. He's staring at us, which means we're dead.
I saw him staring, and all I could think of was woman at arms.
Guardian of the dead.
Percy Jackson was ass off.
I say either Ned or Danny Houston.
I think it's either Jim Carrey or Virginia Madsen because they had to play multiple roles.
Jim Carrey's really good in this.
Yeah, I'll give it to Jim Carrey. I do love me some Ned, though.
He's the last Jim Carrey.
You're good at keeping secrets?
Absolutely.
Because I've got a present for you. Secret present outside by the dumpster.
Is it a baseball mitt?
To fit you like a baseball mitt, like a glove. I hope.
Golden Dumpster nominees. Her reaction is pure Fabrizia. Death and sex. What a turn on. Danny Houston's Dr. Phoenix goatee. Ned, the dog that likes to stare at graves, the guardian of death. Young Sparrow's Bieber wig. And the 23 bus honking when it sees Sparrow, but not breaking at all.
I'll be honest. I didn't get it. I asked her the only question I could muster. Any more coffee? She has a face meant to smile. I figured it was job well done. And then her killing herself immediately as he says that. I wish I had reacted differently as he throws Danny Houston out the window. Danny Houston taking her pulse, then being shocked when she's covered in blood.
Covered in blood. Gas. So stupid.
Chapter 1. You can call me fingerling. But I think I'm going to go with Laura Tollins saying, "You're pathetic, just like your father." And Jim Carrey gasping. That's my golden dumpster.
The breakup note, "Go to hell," also is a nominee.
That's my golden dumpster. Breakup note starts with "Go to hell." That's an incredible start to a breakup letter.
I kind of want to go with Death and Sex, what a turn on, but I'm going to go with Ned, the dog that likes to stare at graves, the guardian of the dead, because he didn't get ass off, and we got to recognize Ned.
He's a killer.
That was a great dog.
He's fantastic.
Good boy.
Well, Amin, you picked it, motherfucker.
Motherfucker. I like that.
Pulp or file?
Hold on. Sorry, I took a bite out of this Milky Way.
3, 2, 1.
Hold on.
Okay, sorry. 3, 2, 1.
No, hold on.
Oh, shit.
Milky Way's real thick, man.
No, he's drinking some water. 3, 2, 1.
Oh, it's still there, huh?
Oh, okay.
No, it's Zach. Just 2, 3.
3, 2, divided by 1.
Oh.
Reversed.
There it is. Okay. I loved this movie when it came out.
Why did you come in so hot?
Should I whisper? Or hot with my opinion? I love this movie when it came out, and I haven't seen it, I don't think, in at least 15 years. Like I told you guys earlier, I walked around for weeks after that, seeing the number 23 in all types of places. When I picked this movie, I was worried, A, what if it just doesn't hold up? But B, what if you guys don't like it? Because I like it. I still like this movie. Story had me in. I don't think it's a movie you can watch multiple times now that I think about it. Because once you know certain film noirs, kind of loses a lot of its oomph. But I agree with what you said at the beginning of the podcast, Zach, which is this isn't a good Cinephobe movie at all. Even though we did find the funny in it.
Right.
It's kind of light on that. And so if I could do it all over again, I would not choose this movie to be done on Cinephobe. Having said that, I enjoyed it because I enjoyed the movie. It's a file.
Maze?
As we said, we didn't fact check shit in this movie. So taking everything about the number 23 at face value and saying, fine, it's all 23, whatever. I'm buying in. I'm accepting that that's the case. Even with all of that, I have so many fucking questions about the plot holes in the back half of this movie once they start revealing shit.
Like what?
So did she know that he wrote the book or not?
No.
She only found out that he wrote the book when she found the trunk?
I think she figured it out.
When she found the trunk.
So when she's saying shit like, oh, it doesn't even need to be a man, she legit doesn't know.
No.
And she read the whole book when she was waiting for him in the store.
She said she read most of it.
Most of it. Then she still gave it to him, and she didn't know any connections between any of the shit.
No.
We're throwing away any CSI, fingerprints, DNA, blood all over the place. We're throwing all that away.
What is this, 1974?
Yeah, this movie's before DNA.
Fine.
This movie is before DNA is an incredible sentence.
13 years of Dr. Sirius losing his shit? Why did he publish the book? Why was it at one bookstore? Damn! It goes on, and it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I'm sorry.
You weren't drawn in by the story?
I was confused at the weird Sin City Matrix alternate fingerling tribal thorn tattoo world that they were cooking up.
Well, that was in the book. That was the stuff that he was reading. He's imagining it.
The book itself was bad.
Well, it's written by a crazy guy that murdered somebody.
Written by a crazy person thinking it was a suicide note. Someone should have thought of poor Robin and kept him out of this. He shouldn't have been involved because he's going to do this shit all over again in about 5 or 10 years.
Well, this is how he becomes the Riddler.
Or the Diddler.
That's the priest.
It's a phobe, man.
Oh,
I didn't need to watch this movie.
Wow.
I'm not going to think about this movie much more.
You sounded like you liked it while we were doing the pod.
It did not sound like he liked it.
I disagree.
What are you talking
Why don't
about?
you listen to it again? Run that back. Tell me how I feel. Phobe, sorry.
I don't think it's a good Cinephobe movie. I don't know how good this episode is. And that's my fear. Damn! I didn't remember all that cucking. I think the cucking in this movie is hilarious. It wasn't enough to like rival numerology or cucking or they said it, but there's a lot of bad writing in this movie.
Is there?
Isn't there?
There's 2 horribly incorrect grammatical errors.
Well, I mean, that's how people speak, though.
All the way along?
All the way along.
You knew this all the way along?
Oh, yeah. And we haven't seen anything from these people before or since after.
Since.
I'm also conflicted because Laura Tollins is hot. You know, I like that.
She is.
And I do like that she started off a breakup letter with "Go to Hell." That's very entertaining. I didn't know that.
Just because Laura Tollins is your type doesn't mean that.
Oh my God, yell at me.
All of them.
What's the line from Nick Miller and New Girl? Stop being so mean to me. I'm going to fall in love with you.
There you go.
Fabrizia. I love Fabrizia.
Oh, Fabrizia was terrifying in a great way.
I love the Suicidal Blonde.
I didn't like her.
No?
No.
Suicidal Blonde could get it, man.
I like Agatha. Agatha, because
Agatha
she can do it.
Kind of frumpy.
The exact same person as Fabrizio. What are you talking about?
No, Fabrizio's
makes garbage cakes.
What was a garbage cake?
How is she still in business?
All these years, all them years.
It's weird because
all them years in the factory, all that time I put in, and I'm the fucking delivery boy.
It's weird because usually in these, we have these bad movies and we're trying to figure out like, hey, is this good? Is this okay? This was a movie I remember liking enough. But when Amin picked, I was like, what the fuck is he doing? Like, I don't think this is a funny movie. It doesn't have to be funny, though. I still like this movie. I will watch it with a more discerning eye next time with the cucking.
Make a fucking pick. Yeah, it's not so fun when someone does it to you, right? Fucking asshole.
I'll give my pick on the next rewatchington. How about that?
What the fuck is that?
You're in such a rush that I'm going to wait a fucking week now. I guess not.
Nah, it's not a week. That's the problem.
No, it's not a week. Yeah, you're right. All right. It's a tepid file.
Unbelievable, man.
Tepid.
Your reaction made me want to phobe it, but I'm an honest podcaster. I do like this movie. I just don't think it was a good Cinephobe episode.
I think it's a good episode. The movie sucks.
I don't think it's a good episode. I'm real worried about this episode.
Maze, come on, Maze. It's fucking good, man. Don't do that.
Send us your phober file, your golden dumpster.
Don't fucking do that.
Ass on, ass off, 5 Horsemen. If you found a Lewis Pinnock, send us your plot lift off.
Yeah, please. Actually, we could use it.
Yeah.
Please tell us what the Lewis Pinnock is for this movie.
At Talk Hoops, at Darth Amin, at Cornpuzzle, at CinephobePod, at Count the Dings, or drop in that Discord by being a Patreon member, patreon.com/countthedings.
Next time we make love, you introduce me to Jade.
So it was going to be my pick, but no longer.
Yes, I offered Zach a pick swap.
Yeah.
We have not discussed this at all, by the way. You guys consummated all of this.
It doesn't take you agreeing to our trade.
Yes, it does.
Amin's escalating disbelief in the chat was pretty hilarious because Zach and I talked and we sorted it out and we went back and forth. We made some jokes.
Yeah.
And then Amin comes flying in 10, 15 minutes later.
I'm going to read this for the audience, okay?
This is Zach texting.
So this is Mayes texting. Zach, can I swap pics with you? I want the daisy chain for this one. I then text a picture of Sam Presti and I said, I want an extra pick in this trade.
2 more picks you want.
And I laughed. And you said, I'm not going to give you 2 picks, but I'll offer you a swap back whenever you want.
Which is a dangerous proposition with you.
It is, absolutely. You can't trust me with that.
But I'm accepting it.
Call it into Skip Woods. That's a little joke about a commissioner. Now, if you can get Amin to swap, your dream will be realized. We come to an agreement. I said, I'll make my swap on the up and up unless you pick FCG, to which you said for Carrie Girls.
For Carrie Girls. And then I sent a tweet by Fernley Phillips, the screenwriter of this movie, who tweeted 11/12/13 is coming.
Oh, yeah.
In November of 2013.
Wow.
So then Amin starts responding to each text from it with what? What? What?
Because I'm staggered that you guys are just full speed ahead. Let's not open this up to anybody else.
If the Lakers and the Knicks are making a trade, they have to call the Pistons?
The league office. They got to call the league office.
Is Amin the league office?
No, he's the Pistons.
No, I'm the league office. I'm Adam Silver.
Also, if it's a majority, 2 out of 3, 23.
No.
That's all we need.
That's not how that works.
That's how we decide all the awards.
That's how we decide everything.
Thank God we have 3 people so that we can break ties.
My God.
Otherwise, we'd have tied on everything.
Literally everything. So, Mace, what's your pick?
So I'm picking Zach will be after me, and if Zach wants to try to rearrange so we can go back to back and then daisy chain to himself like a self alley-oop, that is to be decided. But
dude, Maze is going next because you and him swap.
He's so frustrated.
Because it's so dumb. Maze is going next.
All it has to be right now is Maze, what's your pick? That's all it's got to be.
No.
Let Amin sort this out.
Jesus.
Maze is going next. Zach, you're going after him because you guys swapped.
Yeah.
The next person there is me.
Yes.
Maze said, now, Zach, if you want to pull your swap in and have back-to-back picks, you could do that. I said, no, he can't.
What I could do is after you go and then I go, I could then say, hey, Maze, I want to swap your pick for my next pick after that. So it could get to where it goes you, me, and me, but then it would go you again, Maze, Maze.
Yes. There you go. All right.
So, Mayes, what's your fucking pick after all that?
So the reason that I wanted to grab the daisy chain is because Amin read that trivia. This is the reunion of Schumacher and Carey.
Oh, wow.
And I got very titillated. Normally daisy chain, we would do
You got to do it.
Schumacher Carey combo, but then they gave me an extra gift, which is that there's a boy named Robin. And that is the daisy chain. We are going back to Gotham, baby. It's Batman Forever.
Yes.
Let me take that off my list.
Same note, too.
I watched fucking 5 minutes of Batman Forever and said, nope, turned it off, put it on my list.
You said,
I haven't seen this movie in so long. I'm ready for it.
We did Tommy Lee Jones with Volcano. We finally got Jim Carrey on the board.
We've been edging this movie for a long time. Yes.
There's numerology. It's Gotham. It's Joel Schumacher being racist and recasting Harvey Dent, which Amin has referenced several times. The Penguin is out. Let's go.
Is this Val Kilmer?
Valley Kills.
Yes.
Is he still alive?
Yes, that's the person. If he's dead, we can make fun of him.
No.
That's who we're talking about in that clip. If he's dead, we can make fun of him.
No.